A stark warning on a pitch-black screen, like a bouncer at a club denying entry. Brace yourself, because this ride is nowhere near the kiddie section of storytelling. In a dimly lit hallway, shadows lurk like awkward party guests. Everyone's uninvited. The door at the end glows ominously red, tempting the curious and the foolish alike. In a dimly lit corridor, the girl with the mop of silver hair strides purposefully, her silhouette stark against the eerie red glow. Do red lights mean stop or just make for dramatic exits? A glimpse of a face half shrouded in shadow, a smirk that whispers secrets and a gaze that dares the darkness. Is that confidence or just a love for dramatic lighting? Under a twilight sky, the guy with the tousled hair stands at a crossroads, anxiety etched on his face. Decisions loom like storm clouds. Will he finally pick a path or just start a new trend in indecision? The eerie chill of the empty staircase sends shivers down the spine. Shadows play tricks, and the fridge hums a creepy lullaby, as if inviting you to a midnight snack. No thanks. The girl with the bobbed hair glides down the staircase, caught between the haunting reds and blues, her victory dance hampered by an ominous feeling lurking in the shadows. Just me and my questionable life choices. The guy in the vest stares into the void, but wait, did someone forget to pay the light bill? A heavy silence drapes the scene. Tension hangs like a forgotten jacket on a chair. In the dim light, the girl with the flashy studded collar exudes confidence, ready to challenge anything that comes her way. Superhero or not, she's got this, and a killer sense of style. The girl with the sandy hair quivers at the top of the stairs, peering down into the crimson glow. Because who doesn't love a little mood lighting with impending doom? That shadow? Definitely not the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Sunset bleeds orange and purple, silhouetting a lone figure on the edge of a cliff, ensconced in their thoughts, probably contemplating life choices or the last slice of pizza. Gravity may not care, but the girl hanging upside down sure does. Her world flipped. Red shadows creeping in like that awkward moment when you realize you've texted the wrong person. The word bong looms large, as if echoing from the depths of a horror movie. It's the kind of sound that makes you jump and question your life choices, like adopting a pet tarantula. With dark veins tracing her face like a twisted urban map, the girl hangs upside down. Her mouth gapes open, caught between shock and an uncanny scream, like a horror movie audition gone wrong. The girl with the pastel pink hair stands at a threshold, caught between the shadows of dread and the allure of light. Decisions are never easy, especially when the door is uninviting. The shadowy figure lingers just outside the door, barefoot and lost in thought. Is it fate or just another excuse to avoid the laundry? Either way, the tension thickens like an overcooked soufflé. The girl with the short hair hesitates on the staircase, the dim light casting eerie shadows. Every creaky step feels like a whisper urging her to turn back or plunge into the darkness. In a haunting juxtaposition, a figure dangles upside down, defying gravity and maybe sanity, while the barefoot girl stares, unsure whether she should laugh or scream. Step lightly, darling. Emotions are high. The girl in the neon-lit hallway recoils, her breath hitching in disbelief. In the shadows, a familiar face with haunting eyes whispers, "No," like a ghost haunting her worst fears. The guy with the impeccably styled hair stares down the threatening face, his words slicing through the tension. "You're not the one." Like a dramatic breakup, but with more intimidation and less cake. In the dim light, the girl with cascading hair holds her breath, shadows masking her fear. The air is thick with tension, like waiting for a text back that never comes. Time's running out, just like the coffee in his cup. The guy in the sharp suit glances nervously at his wristwatch, an unwelcome reminder that every second counts in this high-stakes game. A girl in a black dress looks up, eyes wide, at a floating figure cast in crimson. Just my luck. When I wanted a ghost, I get a horror movie audition. In the dim light, she whispers ominously, "Entity name." It's 2:36, perfect timing for a supernatural encounter, or maybe just a really intense game of charades gone wrong. The guy with the slick hair pulls out a deck of cards, eyebrows raised like he's about to deal his fate. Mysterious, flashy, and just a tad too dramatic for Monday. The girl with the piercing gaze speaks ominously, her voice slicing through the darkness. Under Rule 1, you can practically hear suspenseful violin music start playing in the background. In the shadowy world of the Paranormal Activity Disposal Unit, unexpected furry guests are just a Tuesday morning, especially when those guests don't read "No Ghost Allowed" signs. With an icy glare, the girl in the slick suit clutches a colorful snack wrapper like a weapon. Dispose of you? Sweetheart, this isn't a movie, it's snack time. A brooding figure with sharp features and an intense gaze stares into the void, contemplating existence, or maybe what to binge-watch next on Netflix. Life's tough decisions, huh? Staring into the abyss never looked so shocking. With wide, ghostly eyes and a mouth that's seen better days, they're clearly questioning their life choices, or the universe's. In the depths of darkness, a lone figure stands, shrouded in shadows, contemplating choices that could rewrite their destiny. Little do they know, the universe has other plans. Cue unexpected plot twist. The girl in the tattered dress dangles from the abyss, suspended between panic and serenity. What's scarier, the drop or the fact there's no safety net and no plan B? In a disorienting leap, the figure tumbles through the blinding light, suspended between two worlds, questioning if the fall or the bright red backdrop is more surreal. Because, of course, fashionably late is in. A single word looms large, igniting curiosity: shine. It's that electrifying moment when hope flickers, daring you to step into the light, or just sunbathe like a lizard. With a fierce smack against the window, the girl with the pixie cut unleashes her frustration. Sunshine filters in, but her mood remains as gloomy as a rain cloud at a beach party. The barefoot girl stands frozen in the doorway, sunlight pouring in like a flood of possibilities, while her heart races. This could either be an escape or a trap. Who knew indecision could feel so dramatic? The guy with the stylish bob haircut stands nonchalantly, like he's just brushing off some crumbs while simultaneously banishing a ghost. Casual hauntings? Just another Tuesday for him. The moon hung heavy in the sky, a glowing spotlight on the guy with the perpetually messy hair, who stared into the abyss, contemplating life choices, like that last slice of pizza he regretted. Alone, he sighed, I should have worn a cape. Heroes don't linger on regrets. The girl with the sharp gaze processes this revelation. Someone lurking in her classroom, shadows just got a little less mysterious. It's like finding out your favorite villain is your neighbor. The suspense crackles like static electricity. Seoa Shin, a name that feels like a riddle wrapped in a mystery. Who knew a simple name could unleash this whirlwind of confusion? In the dimly lit staircase, a girl with short hair strolls confidently, blissfully unaware of the specter lurking behind her. Ghost hunting? More like asking for a heart attack. Two problems? Great, just what we need, like finding a second sock in the dryer. Buckle up, folks. Things are about to get interesting. What could possibly go wrong? The girl with razor-sharp focus can sense the unease lurking behind her, a shadow hiding in plain sight. Did they just lose their last shred of credibility? Or are they just playing peekaboo? A crisp black suit hugs his frame, but it's his piercing gaze that holds the real weight. With a flicker of uncertainty, he counts down, like a suspenseful tick-tock before chaos. Crouched behind the door, the guy with the perpetually messy hair bites his lip, heart racing. Classmate? More like secret admirer with not-so-secret feelings, awkwardness levels. Max! Caught between worlds, the girl with the haunted smile tosses her hair back, pretending human emotions are just an elaborate dress she's wearing. And really, she's not fooling anyone. Ghosts have more fun, right? The guy with the dorky haircut stumbles upon his greatest fear, a ghost. Fears got him so rattled that even his reflection looks scared, and you bet he just yelped like a startled cat. The guy with the perpetually messy hair freezes, caught mid-step. His heart races as he senses the shadow looming. Does it want a hug, or is it ghosting him? The boy with the messy hair freezes, heart racing, as he hears a soft creak from the staircase. Ghost? Intruder? Nope, just his mom reminding him it's bedtime. Yikes. With wild, unkempt hair framing her face, she glares with intensity, like she just caught someone stealing her fries. Tension crackles in the air. It's clear this isn't just a casual look. A piercing glare cuts through the tension like a knife, leaving no doubt about the stakes. It's the silent threat of, I know what you did. Try me. The guy with the tousled blonde hair feels a chill, glancing back at the lurking shadow. Is it just his imagination? Or did that shadow just wink? In the eerie silence, a single word pierces the void. 2. hangs ominously in the air, like a suspenseful cliffhanger in a movie. Cue dramatic music and nervous shuffling. The girl with the piercing gaze leans against the wall, anxiety crackling around her, like the sizzling pizza in her hand. Clearly, dinner plans weren't in her favor. Let's hope that slice doesn't burn out on her like her patience. The air sizzles with tension as a candle waxes poetic. It's almost as dramatic as the girl with the sharp collar, inching closer to chaos. Who knew wax strips could be this suspenseful? The girl with the pixie cut stands frozen at the top of the stairs, wide-eyed, as the shadowy figure lurks menacingly against the blood-red backdrop. Definitely not your average Tuesday. A vibrant red streak slices through the darkness, whispering secrets of chaos and adventure. Is it the start of an epic journey or just your neighbor's lawnmower gone rogue? A stark black canvas, whispering mystery. The bold text taunts, "This comic." It's like a cliffhanger before the story even starts, just enough to keep you on the edge of your seat. With a frustrated sigh, the sharp-eyed guy in a vest senses the tension swirling around, not unlike the drama he desperately wants to avoid. Too bad it's everywhere. With bandaged feet and a wild look, the guy with the perpetually messy hair tiptoes like a ninja in flip-flops, plotting revenge on life's unfairness. Watch out, world! Wide-eyed terror grips the boy with messy hair, each bead of sweat a mini river of panic. What monster lies in the darkness? Spoiler, it's definitely not his homework. The guy with the perpetually messy hair yells in frustration, mouth stretching like a rubber band. It's either a cry for help, or he's just been served cold pizza again. A romance story? Really? More like a comedy of errors filled with awkward glances and missed connections. Just a montage of love lost and the universe chuckling in the background. Oops. Looks like we've got a blank canvas here, folks. It's a dramatic abyss, a perfect backdrop for the world's most intense staring contest. Who will blink first? Welcome to Dating to Survive, where love and life are on the line. Buckle up for romantic antics that could make any first date feel like an escape room adventure. Looks like someone played hide and seek with the image. There's nothing here but the suspense. Should we throw popcorn in the air and make a dramatic exit? A gigantic canvas of azure envelops the world, with fluffy clouds lazing about as if they forgot to keep their morning appointments. Mother Nature's oversized canvas invites daydreams. Who's got time for a dull Monday? In the heart of a bustling city, the school looms like a fortress of knowledge and anxiety. Students shuffle in, hoping not to trip over their thoughts before the bell rings. Our guy with the messy hair nervously rubs his forehead, caught in a daydream of hearts and hand-holding, only to realize he can't even hold his crush's gaze. Classic. In a world reeking of cliches, the two leads stand awkwardly, like kids in gym class. One's a brooding rebel, the other a bubbly dreamer, ready to roll their eyes at fate. The guy with the slightly messy hair clenches his eyes shut, a bead of sweat escaping down his temple. Because who doesn't love a little drama in a suspenseful moment? In a sunlit classroom, the panicked guy with messy hair realizes that his relentless crush, is it luck or cosmic glue, is practically glued to him. Talk about an awkward romance. The girl in the white shirt ponders her life choices, repeating a mantra of frustration. Her silent scream, a classic case of realizing you forgot to study for the big test. In a classroom that screams study hard but also nap, a lone desk stands stubbornly empty. The clock's ticking feels like a countdown to an imminent snack attack. A guy with messy hair stares longingly at the back of a classmate wearing a flashy jacket, silently wishing he could muster the courage to say something, anything. Instead, he fidgets with a flower because, classic teen angst. The guy with the silver hair scoffs at the thought of ghosts, his eyes twitching like he's just seen one in the corner. Classic denial, until he hears that eerie creak behind him. The girl with the confident stride draws eyes. More than just a classroom distraction, she's the tempest that fills the otherwise drab room with a hint of rebellion, and maybe a little sass. In a dramatic sneeze that could wake the dead, she jolts forward, tissues crumpling in her hands. Who knew allergies could be such a dramatic plot twist? Achoo, indeed. The girl in the crisp white shirt, eyes blazing, tosses her hair back as she jabs her finger toward the oblivious classmate. Clearly, she's not here for nonsense, just the truth and maybe some hot gossip. With panic painted on her face, Jihui waves her arms like a windmill in a storm, insisting something outrageous happened. Because who doesn't love a good rumor, right? Someone definitely saw something, but the question is, do we really want to know? With a swift push, the mysterious plant pops out of its pot, like a secret waiting to be unveiled. That's one way to make a dramatic entrance in class. The room goes ice cold as the news hits like a ton of bricks. Juyeon, lifeless on the floor. Who knew whispers could slice through silence so painfully? The guy in the slick black coat points at the grimy rooftop, exasperated. Meanwhile, the girl in the oversized hoodie looks utterly unimpressed. Just another Tuesday, right? With a devilish grin and a glint in her eye, the woman unleashes a laughter so contagious, you half expect it to become a viral meme. What's so funny? She's not sharing, yet. Fuming like a kettle about to blow, the guy with the furrowed brow unleashes venomous words. Clearly, someone pressed his buttons, and he's ready to march straight into chaos. With a mischievous grin, she leans back, eyes glimmering. Even when she's dead, sweet, sarcastic irony drips from her lips because who doesn't enjoy a posthumous roast? A somber voice echoes the cold truth. All she can do is die. It's not exactly a pep talk, more like a grim reminder that life has a dark sense of humor. In a classroom suspended between life and the afterlife, the guy with the crooked smile tosses shade like it's confetti. Who knew the eternal rest came with such snark? Nervous sweat beads on the girl with the sleek bob as she wonders if her classmates' glare was just a friendly hello or the first shot in an all-out war. Grudges? Great, just what she needed today. The bare feet swinging playfully from the chair scream freedom, while the girl with the vibrant red hair sits lost in her thoughts, contemplating life's mysteries. Or just what's for dinner. Her piercing gaze slices through the awkward silence, heavy with unspoken words. It's like she's saying, "Yep, you've definitely messed up this time, buddy." Eek! The girl with the long, flowing hair bites her lip, pondering life's cruel twists, like a sitcom character who finally gets the good plot twist, only for it to go hilariously wrong. The girl in the oversized brown hoodie freezes, wide-eyed and a bead of sweat sliding down her forehead. Clearly, the cat's out of the bag and she wasn't ready for this. The guy with the rakishly messy hair just dodged a slap of doom, while the fierce girl with the steely glare seems ready to unleash her inner ninja. Dynamic standoff alert. The sound of skin meeting skin echoes like a slapstick comedy gone wrong. Who knew drama could be this loud? Someone's definitely getting their feelings hurt. And possibly their ego too. The girl in the oversized hoodie cringes, anguish etched on her face, realizing Juhyun's final act was wrapped in silence. Now she's left holding the bag and the guilt. Why couldn't he leave a what's up note instead? In a tense moment, the scribbler glances up, eyes pleading but flickering with dark humor. Just act normal, okay? No pressure, unless you count the weight of the world. The guy with the eerie grin is way too close for comfort, his eyes wild with desperation. Got it? He hisses, and all she can think is, personal space, dude. In the echoing silence, a stammering apology hangs in the air, weightier than a backpack full of textbooks. The girl with the nervous quiver in her voice just hopes Jihui isn't plotting revenge. The guy with the intense glare leans in, teeth gritted like he just bit into a lemon, rage simmering as he eyes the girl in front, unaware of brewing chaos behind him. With a gaze sharp enough to cut glass, the girl with the bobbed hair contemplates her next move. Silence wraps around her like a cozy blanket, only it's way too suffocating. The guy with the trendy blonde hair stands nonchalantly, radiating a cool confidence that says, I might not save the world today, but I'll definitely look great trying. In a classroom bubbling with tension, the guy with the wide eyes sneaks a glance at the girl in black, her concentration piercing like a pencil tip to his heart. What's she up to? Genius art or secret doodle? With a quivering hand, the guy with the messy hair stares at the note, wondering if this bizarre deal is a riddle or just a very awkward proposal. Jihui better be worth it. With a shaky hand, the writer faces an unsettling choice. Help Jihui or raise some ghostly eyebrows? Who knew homework would lead to paranormal dilemmas? Talk about a haunting decision. The barefoot girl, lost in thought, contemplates her next move, while the guy with the perpetually messy hair raises an eyebrow. He's seen that look before, and it usually spells trouble. As if conjuring a spectral buddy for weekend plans, she types away, grinning as if this ghost just texted her a meme. Ghosts, the most unbothered friends ever. With wide eyes and a tiny spark of mischief, the girl leans in, plotting her next move. Opportunity knocks, and I'm ready to open that door, maybe even offer it a drink. In the deep blue canvas of night, stars twinkle like over-caffeinated fireflies, but one stubborn cloud drifts by, thinking it can steal the spotlight. Spoiler alert, it can't. In the quiet heart of the city, a neon glow beckons like a siren. Somewhere beneath those twinkling stars, dreams dance. Or maybe it's just that late-night pizza calling. In this urban jungle, the lights flicker like an indecisive star. Under it all, a crowd bustles, each person chasing dreams or just the perfect cup of coffee. Even the buildings seem to eavesdrop on their secrets. In the midnight city glow, a worried guy with a cap strolls past a group, their laughter echoing like a mixed tape. Some tunes catchy, others totally out of key. Is that a hint of envy or just an overcooked burrito in his gut? The barefoot girl with dreams is caught off guard as Mr. Blue Hoodie casually waves goodbye, leaving her staring, jaw-dropped. Wow, that escalated quickly. Did she forget to ask for his number? The girl with the anxious eyes bites her lip, uncertainty swirling around her like a fog. Are you really going to be okay? She asks, because it's impossible to hide worry. The girl with the icy stare smirks, brushing her glossy hair back. On the way home, don't forget, you're practically on a first-name basis with the school. Good luck dodging old ghosts. The guy with the clenched jaw and icy determination prepares for battle, teeth gritted like he's trying to bite through an iceberg. Tension crackles in the air, time to unleash some serious fury. The guy with the perpetual scowl feels frustration bubbling over like his favorite soda left unattended. Just when he thought things couldn't get wilder, surprise! Bullshit strikes again. Two rivals face off, eyes blazing with fury. One's about to unleash a swing that could rival a baseball pitch. Let's hope for a home run, not a strikeout. A slender hand flicks a single finger upward, a silent challenge against the urban skyline, like a superhero's signal for help. Except this time, the city looks decidedly uninterested. The girl with the fluffy sweater lets out a deep sigh, the kind that whispers, "I can't even," as if life just handed her a math test she didn't study for. With her brow furrowed and eyes ablaze, the girl in the orange hoodie fights back tears, grappling with the sting of harsh words. Sometimes the truth hurts, especially when cloaked in sarcasm. Only people like you? Yeah, because nothing says friendship like a good old rumor mill, right? Underneath the flickering city lights, a ghostly figure smirks, casting doubt on the memories of the past. Pushover? Yeah, right? More like a misunderstood negotiator with a flair for the dramatic. The girl in white strides ahead, thoughts tangled in shadows. Behind her, a brooding figure wonders aloud, what's the point of life when even death feels like déjà vu? In the shadowy frame, a girl with a determined gaze navigates her own thoughts. The world around her fades, but inside, chaos brews, like a latte without enough foam. In a shadowy corner, the guy with the perpetually messy hair moves like he's parting through fog, his expression a mix of determination and mild confusion. Where did he leave his keys? A whisper in the dark, Jihui, echoes like a haunting lullaby, wrapping shadows tight. Someone's calling, but is it love or a spectacularly awkward mistake waiting to unfold? The girl with scared eyes is trapped in a nightmare, her heart racing as a manic face grins through the window. How did this become my Tuesday? She wonders, panic rising. The girl's eyes tremble with vulnerability as she whispers, could you not be scared? It's a question that hangs in the air, heavy and haunting, like asking a cat not to chase a laser pointer. Anxiety spikes as messy-haired Leo feels a grip like a vice on his collarbone, eyes wide, mouth agape, wondering if this is how his week was meant to go. Spoiler, it wasn't. A shadowy figure leans in, voice low and riddled with tension. The only reason, they whisper, like a secret too juicy not to spill. What's the punchline here, a mystery or a threat? Juhyun's decision hangs like a cloud, thick with consequence. It's the kind of choice that makes you wonder if he actually read the fine print on life. Spoiler, no refunds. In a tense standoff, the girl with wild hair shakes in fear, while her friend, wearing a sinister grin, seems a little too excited about their next move. Maybe a horror movie marathon wasn't the best idea? Tears glisten like forgotten dreams on the girl's cheek, each droplet whispering secrets of sorrow. Her eye, a stormy sea of emotions, holds stories no one else can see. The air crackles with tension. Someone's deep, dark secret is about to spill like milk on a kitchen floor, messy and impossible to ignore. What did they do? In the shadow of concrete giants, the school looms like a fortress of academia, whispering secrets of homework and teenage angst. Just another day in the jungle of lockers and lunch trays. A shadowy figure balances precariously on the rooftop edge, silhouetted against the indigo sky. Is it a stunt or a dramatic escape? Either way, the city holds its breath. Under a dramatic night sky, the city looms large, stark and unyielding. The ominous silhouettes of buildings whisper secrets. Does anyone else hear the eerie creaking of urban ghosts? A shadowy figure dangles perilously from the building's edge, heart racing faster than a dog chasing its tail. One slip and it's a one-way ticket to ground zero. No refunds. Looks like the image is a bit camera shy. Without a visual, I can't spin a captivating tale. If you share another image or describe what you have in mind, I'm all in. Under a brooding night sky, the towering buildings loom like silent sentinels, whispering secrets of dreams departed. Shadows stretch, making the school feel like a ghost of its former self. Haunted or just moody, a figure stands under the night sky, whispering Jihui into the eerie silence. It's either a call for help or a dramatic audition for a soap opera. Cue the thunder. Under the deepening twilight, a lone figure stands on the empty track, contemplating life choices like they're doing high jump without a bar. Ambitious but slightly off. Who needs a stadium full of fans anyway? Under the harsh glare of fluorescent lights, the girl in the little black dress looks like she's questioning the universe. Or maybe just whoever dragged her out here. Classic big decision moment. The girl with the jet black hair and a poker face stands outside, glaring like the queen of unimpressed. Is she pondering life's mysteries or just waiting for someone to text her back? COA, the girl with an uncanny ability to disappear when you need her, glances over, eyebrows raised like two surprised caterpillars. What mischief is brewing in her world today? The guy with the tousled hair stares into the distance, eyebrows furrowed and eyes glinting with unspoken thoughts. If only daydreaming burned calories, he'd be a fitness model. Underneath a star-speckled sky, the guy with the earbuds raises an eyebrow, his heart doing a little cha-cha. Juhyun wants to see me? Well, this should be interesting. Under the dim streetlights, two shadowy figures face off, one wearing white, the other in black. It's like a fashion showdown, but with higher stakes and less Instagram. The guy in the slick suit with a nervous twitch looks serious, but his words drip with irony, forced to play the hero in someone else's drama. Job Perks? Am I right? With a devilish smirk framing her face, the sleek-haired woman leans forward, her gaze intense. Cooperate, she says, like a cat eyeing a cornered mouse. The stakes just got real. With a hand tangled in her hair, she gasps, "Ah!" It's the sound of frustration mixed with a dash of existential dread, like realizing your favorite snack is all gone. A shadowy figure in a fuzzy jacket stares down the crowd, the anticipation thick in the air. Is everyone on? They ask, half-jokingly, as eyes widen like owls spotting a mouse. With a glare sharper than her haircut, the blonde questions the ghostly girl's antics. Same bullcrap as yesterday? A battle of wits, and clearly one of them didn't study. Under the dim glow of streetlights, the girl with the messy bob stares into the void, confusion molded on her face. To her, silence isn't golden, it's suspicious. What now? The girl in the stylish black and white ensemble leans in, curiosity glimmering in her eyes. Meanwhile, her friend, awkwardly bundled in fluffy attire, mumbles, "Friends? More like two ships passing in the night." The girl with the sharp bob stands frozen, her mouth hanging open, as silence grips the playground. Can you scream in a whisper? Because that's exactly what she's trying to do. The girl with the sarcastic smirk rolls her eyes, declaring the ghost rumor at school total nonsense. Because what's scarier than a spectral presence? Homework deadlines, obviously. With a sly smirk, the girl with ghostly pale skin leans closer, eyes gleaming. "You're the one who made it up, aren't you?" She thinks sarcasm is her secret weapon. Someone get her a trophy. The wide-eyed woman with eyeliner sharp enough to cut glass has uncovered a truth she suspected all along. It's that classic "I knew it" moment. Cue dramatic music and another awkward silence. The guy with the furrowed brow squints, frustration etched on his face. There had to be a reason everyone's been avoiding me, he mutters, chest tight like his favorite oversized hoodie. With a smirk veiled in shadows, the boy with messy hair quips, "No hard feelings," a classic line before he unleashes chaos. Clearly, he's not the type for casual farewells. The tattered sock flutters like a sad flag of defeat as it hits the floor. This sock has seen better days, or at least better foot odor. Who knew laundry could be so dramatic? With a fierce kick and a dramatic wham, the girl in black proves she's Little Miss Sunshine with a deadly secret. Never mess with her or her lunch. Guess he won't forget that. The shadowy woman stares into the void, her expression a blend of eerie calm and confusion, like she just realized her favorite snack is gone. Silence hangs heavy, buzzing with unasked questions. The guy with the mysterious scars squints, eyebrows knitting together in confusion, like he just found out his favorite pizza place closed. "Huh?" he utters, bewildered by the absurdity unfolding. The air crackles with energy, each pow resonating like a fight call. Somewhere in the shadows, a showdown brews, but everyone's more interested in snack breaks than showdowns. With a deafening wham, everything shakes. The school building trembles like it just heard the worst dad joke ever. Chaos is on the horizon, but hey, drama just makes life more fun. A door swings open with a dramatic slam. Leaves flutter and hearts race. Someone just barged in, and it's either a surprise party or a scene from a horror film. The guy with the messy hair peers through the window, a grin creeping across his face like he's just snagged the last slice of pizza. Definitely up to no good. The guy with the shifty eyes is plotting something, probably involving paper airplanes and a wayward class hamster. Mischief simmers in the air, like stale cafeteria pizza, irresistibly dubious. The guy with the twisted grin looks out the window, delighting in chaos like it's the final season of his favorite soap opera. Those pow sounds? Just kids living out their action hero dreams. Cute, right? The guy with the bad hairstyle swings open the door, eyes gleaming like he just caught a ghost. "See, what did I tell you?" he quips, as if he's the resident clairvoyant. A shadow looms at the door, half in, half out, perfect for dramatic entrances. But what's scarier, the ghost hunter or the fact they still haven't found a decent haircut? The guy with the questionable fashion sense struts confidently, his slide sandals squeaking like a nervous dog as he mutters, "This is definitely going to bring you Ji-hui." Oh, the dramatic tension. Looks like you've sent a blank canvas. Perfect for a spontaneous art session. What scene can I craft for you today? Just throw a hint my way. The guy with the messy hair stares at the eerie red glow silhouetting the lifeless figure. "So just get rid of him?" he quips, as if suggesting a little spring cleaning. The figure looms ominously, their wild hair framing a face as cold as ice. "Get rid of both of them," they hiss, the words dripping with dark intentions, like a villain in a B-movie. An upside-down girl with hauntingly wide eyes stares back, her expression a mix of fear and defiance. Is she pondering the meaning of life, or just realizing she forgot to send that text? The guy with the cracked mask asks the universe a loaded question. Because really, who wants to roll the dice when fate's been giving side-eye for ages? The guy with the anxious face gasps in panic, like he just spotted a spider the size of a truck. "Ack! Come on," he pleads, as if victory's playing hard to get. In a tense room, voices ricochet off the walls, one pleading, one stubborn. "Don't be like that," they shout, revealing frustration thicker than a toddler's tantrum. Emotions are running high, folks. The guy with the messy hair stands alone, arms crossed and exasperated, questioning his ghostly classmates. What's the point of haunting together if we can't scare up some teamwork? In a scene that screams urgency, a frazzled guy with messy hair clutches his throat, eyes wide and pleading. Apparently, he forgot how to stage an exit gracefully. The guy with the slick back hair leans against the railing, eyes sparkling with mischief, declaring, "Us ghosts have got to stick together. It's a spooky life out here." His ghostly pals imagine a ghost support group. The guy with the perpetually messy hair shrinks against the wall, eyes wide like a deer in headlights, wondering if he just heard his name whispered, or if his sanity is slipping. The girl with the wide eyes feels her heartbeat echoing like a drummer at a rock concert. Thud, thud, thud. Panic sets in. It's either the end or the beginning of some wild revelation. The foot in pristine white sneakers hesitates. A ghostly echo of a heartbeat resonates off the walls. Each step down feels like diving into the unknown. And boy, is it a deep dive. With each desperate thud echoing down the staircase, you can almost hear the heartbeats crashing against the walls. Panic's drumline at a party nobody wants to attend. How's that for a welcome? A lone figure tiptoes like a cat burglar, but without the cool gadgets. Just one misstep, and it's game over. Is he sneaking or trying to avoid the world's loudest creaky floor? The guy with the thick glasses creeps down the staircase, heart thumping louder than his oversized sneakers. Is it a ghost or just another late-night snack run gone dangerously wrong? The figure with wild hair exhales in frustration, each huff clouding their vision, a storm of thoughts brewing beneath that calm exterior, like a volcano before the eruption. Can anyone lend them a hairbrush? The girl with wild matted hair stares in horror, her face a mask of despair. It's like a bad horror movie, but there's no popcorn here, just sheer dread. Eyes wide, the boy's panic floods the scene, a single word hanging heavy in the air, no. The horror in his gaze is palpable, like stepping on a Lego in the dark. His breath quickens, eyes wide and glistening with panic. No way, he gasps, the realization crashing down like a game of Jenga gone horribly wrong. Is this really happening? The guy with the wild hair is utterly spiraling. His wide eyes practically scream, "What just happened?" as chaos looms behind him, like a poorly timed horror movie plot twist. A blinding flash pierces the dim alley, illuminating the tense faces of two figures. One is frozen in fear, and the other, her messy hair a wild halo, is about to unveil a secret. The girl with the veiled expression stands in shadow, her lips tight as a drum. What's brewing beneath that puzzling facade? Anger? It's either that or a fierce craving for chocolate. Her eyes shimmer like coins tossed in a wishing well, reflecting hopes as uncertain as her tangled thoughts. Just great. Another day of dramatic inner monologues and misplaced hair flips. The guy in the tailored vest looks like he just overheard his boss plans to cut the coffee budget. Cue the dramatic gasp. How dare they threaten caffeine's sanity? Umin stands frozen at the top of the stairs, heart racing, while the barefoot girl stares wide-eyed from below, like two deer caught in a very awkward headlights moment. What's brewing here? A secret? A snack? Why are you here? The unexpected voice echoed, slicing through the silence like a hot knife through butter. Awkwardness thickened the air. Did someone forget to RSVP? The clock strikes ominously as the school looms, a fortress of secrets under a blanket of dark clouds. Light rains softly, mocking the drama unfolding inside. Talk about timing. The stairway's menacing glow hints at something sinister, while our confused hero stares at the ceiling like it owes him rent. Is that a ghost or just bad lighting? The guy with the messy hair is wide-eyed, panic sparking in his crimson stare. He's just realized he's late for his own surprise party. Meanwhile, the girl with the golden gaze smirks, clearly relishing his impending chaos. The girl with the braided hair apprehensively whispers, Umin. A name hangs like a sticky note on the fridge, the kind you forget but can't quite shake off. Caught in a lightning bolt of realization, the guy with the shockingly straight hair stares wide-eyed. It's not just the dark that's haunting him, but another ghostly enigma. Booyah! A dark cafe where heartbeats race like espresso shots. She glances at him. Sparks fly, or is it just the faulty overhead light? Either way, cue the eye-rolling cliches. Wide-eyed and slightly panicked, the guy with the perpetually messy hair realizes he's just stumbled into the world's weirdest staring contest, one that he absolutely did not sign up for. A close-up of a face, tension hanging thicker than a school essay due tomorrow. The beginning whispers of secrets yet to unfold, like that awkward first date you never saw coming. With grime plastered across his sunken cheeks, the guy with wild hair gasps for breath, caught in a grip that screams, "I'm having a bad hair day," permanently. The tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. Amidst the chaos, they collide like two clueless bumper cars at a fair, each carrying emotional baggage, and one of them's got a hot cup of coffee. Ouch! The guy with the perpetually messy hair peeks over the edge, his expression a mix of curiosity and mischief. What's brewing in that chaotic mind? Probably a plan involving snacks. A shadowed figure stares straight at you, eyebrows arched in disbelief. With all these cliches, I'm just waiting for the "it was all a dream" twist. Yawn. The guy with the perpetually messy hair clutches his head as if holding on to sanity itself. Thoughts swirl like confetti in a tornado. Party's over and he didn't RSVP. Sure, because nothing says romance like a dramatic pause and a giant question mark. Stay tuned for swoon-worthy moments, awkward glances, and possibly a cat that meddles in love. With wide, frantic eyes and disheveled hair, the guy feels the weight of horror creeping in as disbelief twists his grin into an awkward smile. No, not again, he gasps, comedic panic rising. A blank canvas, eerily quiet as if it's holding its breath. The anticipation thickens. What secrets could lie ahead? Stay tuned, the story's just warming up. Looks like I've got a blank canvas on my hands, just like a painter ready to unleash creativity, but a little color would really help here. What do you have for me? A chilling warning looms, sending shivers down spines like an ancient haunted house. But wait, did someone just ask if they're a ghost? Here's hoping they're not planning a spooky dance party. Hey, you're the guy with the wild hair, aren't you? The question hangs in the air, heavy with curiosity, ready to unleash a flood of awkward small talk or a friendly debate. Panic screams from the guy with the single wild eye. His world is crumbling like a poorly designed sandcastle. Meanwhile, the girl with the icy gaze raises an eyebrow. She's definitely seen worse. The guy with the questionable taste in snacks clutches a bright yellow wrapper, looking like he just found the secret to life. Well, he thinks, this better not be a prank. The guy with the furrowed brow stands at the edge of uncertainty, weighing risk against curiosity. Will he discover treasure or just a pile of regret? Spoiler, it's always both. With a gaze sharp enough to slice through tension, the girl in the black vest clutches the ominous note, her resolve wavering as thoughts race. A minor distraction from major chaos ahead. With a whisper that could slice through silence, the girl with the fiery headband demands truth. Did someone promise her pizza? Because this feels serious and slightly dramatic. Wide-eyed and panting, the boy with messy hair stares into the ominous shadows, as if the dark is hiding secrets, or maybe just last night's pizza leftovers. What's lurking there? The guy with the polished shoes gets a shocking reminder. His charm might not work on the girl with the icy glare. Who knew a slap could pack such a punch? A heavy thump shakes the quiet air, a prelude to chaos. The guy with the perpetually messy hair glances over, eyebrows raised as if reality just knocked at his door. The guy with the wild hair stares in horror, his eye glowing a furious red. Panic drips from his brow. Clearly, he didn't sign up for this sci-fi horror flick. A harrowing thump echoes in the darkness, sending chills down the spine of the guy with the spiky hair. He squints, heart racing, as that ominous red glare locks onto him. Time to panic. The guy in the white shirt clutches his chest, eyes wide as if the universe just dropped a surprise bowling ball in his lap. Is it a heart attack or just bad takeout? The guy with the wild hair stares in horror, mouth agape, as the shadowy figure looms, their eyes gleaming with mischief. Ack! The universal sound of impending doom, or a really bad hair day. The guy in the snazzy white shirt seems to have accidentally unleashed a green glow from his chest, while the barefoot girl looks like she just won the lottery of shock. Ah! Is this a magic trick gone wrong? The guy with the perpetually messy hair clutches the glowing card like it's the last slice of pizza. Intense focus on his face, but internally panicking. This better not explode. The boy with wild hair seems to have accidentally swallowed a whole canister of neon green chaos. His shocked scream echoes, blending fear and disbelief. Who knew lunch could bite back? With a crackling jolt, electricity surged through the air, igniting a symphony of chaos. The guy in the neon green suit felt like a human lightning bolt, just without the hair-raising style. The guy with the messy green hair stares wide-eyed, mouth agape. Did he just discover his dog can dance? Or worse, is it karaoke night again? As the guy with the perpetually messy hair stares in disbelief, his hand clutches the cursed talisman, probably just a glorified cheese doodle. But hey, it's magic. As the air crackled with tension, the guy with messy green hair narrowed his eyes, confronting the eerie figure shrouded in shadows. A sight guaranteed to make even a ghost shiver. With a sharp glare and electric tension crackling in the air, the mysterious figure, cloaked in shadows, reveals their true identity. So, you are one, they smirk. Cue the dramatic music. Meet the girl with the cloud of annoyance hanging over her. That flawless, unimpressed stare says, "You've got to be kidding me," while her mind plots the perfect comeback. The girl with the mischievous grin waves nonchalantly as the glowing figure zips past, clearly unfazed. She's been here before? In chaos? Well, it's just Tuesday. The guy in the lab coat glances over his shoulder, a mix of urgency and half-hearted humor in the air. "No time for prayers, buddy. Science waits for no one." The girl with the wild hair plummets down the stairs, her carefree laughter replaced by a scream. Gravity has never been this cruel. Who knew it had a sense of humor? With a heavy heart and a quivering spirit, the guy with messy hair sinks to the ground, defeated. Meanwhile, the woman in the skirt looks on, contemplating whether to help or just roll her eyes. In the dimly lit room, the guy in glowing green pants makes a fashion statement only a Halloween party could appreciate, while the girl's classic sneakers silently judge his poor life choices. His vibrant green hair might as well be a neon sign of panic. Those wide eyes scream 1,000 and no's, as if the universe just crashed his party without an invite. His eyes blaze with intensity, teeth clenched like he's just bitten into a sour lemon. "Do it right now." The urgency wraps around the words, electrifying the air. With a grimace and a fur-lined jacket, the guy with the rugged facial scars clings desperately to the railing, plotting his next move. Because stairs don't give a guy a break. The guy with the creepy smile leans ominously, as if gravity's just a suggestion. Possession? Nah, just a bad hair day. Those ominous vibes are coming from his questionable life choices. In the chilling glow of red lights, the woman's silhouette shivers as she realizes she's about to have a heart-stopping encounter with a ghost who's all dressed up with nowhere to haunt. The guy with the wild green hair intently warns, veins popping in panic. A sturdy figure looms nearby, contemplating a decision that screams good idea if you're into dramatics. Cue the suspenseful music. The guy with the messy green hair looks like he just spotted an unexpected exam. Hands up, heart racing, hoping to block whatever doom is about to rain down on him. With a grip that could crush a coffee cup, he whispered, "Who's going to?" The tension hung like last week's laundry, ripe and ready to snap. The girl with the windswept hair stands in shadow, eyes veiled but emotions screaming. She's either hiding a secret or just got caught in a windstorm. Either way, it's dramatic. The girl with the tousled hair stands wide-eyed, clutching the fabric like it's a life preserver on a sinking ship. Who knew getting dressed could feel like a hostage situation? The guy with the ruffled shirt looks ready to blow a fuse, while the steely-eyed girl with the perfect bun is not taking any nonsense. What's with the sticky note drama? Her piercing gaze and slightly raised brow scream curiosity, mixed with a dash of judgment. What's the guy doing? Surely it's not another one of his brilliant ideas. The girl with the sharp tongue leans in, eyes gleaming with mischief. "Do you want to die even faster?" she teases, while the guy with anxiety clutches his chest, contemplating his life choices. The guy with the wild grin is either about to drop some epic news or just snag the last slice of pizza. Either way, the tension is as thick as his mustache. The guy with the perpetually messy hair squints, tension crackling in the air like a bad Wi-Fi connection. "It's," he whispers, as if the world paused to eavesdrop. No pressure. The girl with wide eyes sits frozen, while ghostly hands creep menacingly from the shadows, whispering danger like a horror movie's overenthusiastic hype man. Spoiler alert, this is only the beginning. In a tense game of hide-and-seek, the barefoot girl with her messy hair suddenly feels icy fingers grasping at her. Panic bubbles as she sprints toward freedom, but those hands just won't quit. The girl with the bobbed hair stares incredulously at the unnerving life-sized doll, while the contorted figure in neon green seems to have mistaken the hallway for a yoga class gone wrong. Talk about a twisted family reunion. The empty page stares back, daring you to fill it with brilliance or a grocery list. Every great masterpiece starts somewhere, right? Grab that pen and let the chaos begin. The girl with wild hair screams as a ghastly creature lunges from the shadows, its mouth wide enough to swallow her fear and possibly her dinner in one go. Nightmare fuel? Yes, please. The dangling H teeters on the edge, like it's contemplating a mid-air dive into the abyss. Should I? Why not? It seems to scream. Drama has never looked so indecisive. Jin's face tightens, anguish pulsing in every crevice. Limb. He breathes, disbelief creeping in like a chill on a winter night. Why? A simple word, yet it hangs heavy as a boulder. The guy with the haunted eyes screams into the void, the word why, echoing like a cosmic joke. Because really, who hasn't yelled at the universe for a little clarity? The guy with the coffee-stained shirt stares at the blank page, exasperation etched on his face. Why did it have to be this boring? He thinks. Cue the existential crisis. With hollow eyes and a cracked smile, the woman screams into the void, "Do you really want to be me?" Clearly, her life is the ultimate horror story. No thanks. The guy with the weathered face stares into the abyss, heart racing like a caffeinated squirrel. His voice cracks with desperation, begging for an answer that may never come. Beneath her seemingly innocent smile lies a tension thick enough to slice with a dull spoon. Is it mischief or just the after effects of too much caffeine? A single word floats in the void, "You're," hanging like a bad pun waiting for a punchline. Is it a love note or just someone's dinner order gone rogue? The guy with the dramatic unibrow cackles like he just found a secret stash of snacks. His tears of laughter say it all. Unibrows unite, and don't worry, they never go out of style. The guy with the wild hair throws his head back, laughter exploding like popcorn in a microwave. "This is just too hilarious," he barks, fully embracing his inner stand-up comedian. As the girl with the wild hair stares in horror, the monstrous figure with too many arms looms closer, ready to embrace. Too bad it's not the kind of hug anyone wants. The barefoot girl who always seems to daydream sits alone on the stairs, her thoughts drifting while the world buzzes by. Is that a serious case of wanderlust or just boredom? Two ghostly figures leap from the shadows, faces twisted in sheer horror. It's like they just discovered their favorite snack is sold out. The chase is on. A chilling scream echoes through the eerie woods, making even the trees shiver. It's a "please help me" kind of scream. Perfect for the horror movie audition no one wants to attend. A mouth screams in agony, the letters punctuating the tense air like a siren. It's as if emotions are spilling out, leaving only raw vulnerability. Someone's in trouble, and it's about to get messy. The girl with the perfect bob stares, frozen, as a spectral hand looms above. Below, the guy with the wilted shirt curls up like a human pretzel, too scared to scream. A sudden whoosh echoes through the empty stairwell, like a ghost decided to play catch with the dust bunnies. Just another day in the haunted high-rise, right? The guy with the messy hair crouches, his panic glowing like a neon sign, while the girl in the sharp skirt shoots him a glance that screams, "Really? Now?" Tension crackles, the staircase awaits. The girl with the sleek bob stands in shadow, her silence screaming louder than words, a feeling of weight, anticipation, and a deep breath before life's next curveball lands. The figure stands in shadow, voice barely a whisper, admitting something rarely spoken. It's a heavy truth wrapped in uncertainty. Who knew letting go could feel this freeing and terrifying? The guy with the wild green hair glances back, a smirk creeping in. Dangerous? Pfft, I prefer my hair standing up, thank you very much. Now what's with the spooky green glow? The girl with the steely glare is not amused. With a look that could curdle milk, she's clearly seen enough nonsense for one day. Time to bring out the big guns. A gloved hand commands from the shadows, the air thick with tension. Meanwhile, green-lit and shaky, the guy in the corner considers raising his self-esteem, and maybe his hands too. The guy with the horrified expression suddenly realizes it's not just his jacket getting steamy, but a rogue cheese slice melting directly into his shirt. Fashion faux pas much? With wide eyes and a mouth that could rival a black hole, the boy screams, his heart racing faster than his thoughts. Who knew fear could be so expressive? The guy with the perpetually messy hair has just seen something that makes his heart stop. Gasp! The type of shock that would make a cat jump out of its fur. The guy with the messy hair gasps for air, looking like he just ran a marathon in flip-flops. Meanwhile, the cool, collected girl raises an eyebrow, clearly unimpressed by his dramatic flair. With a whisper barely breaking the silence, Umin's fragile voice cuts through the stillness, heavy with an unspoken weight, like asking for help, but not wanting to disturb the world. The guy with the tousled hair leans in, eyes piercing with a mix of hope and desperation. Were you here? It's that moment when silence speaks louder than words. The girl with the sleek bob stands frozen, her expression a mix of determination and fear. A chilling breeze sweeps by, making her question whether she's really ready for this showdown. A lone shadow stretches across the cold, empty floor, like an unwanted guest at a party. Just when you think it's safe, the drama kicks in. What's lurking behind it? A shadowy figure with a fringe haircut stares into the void, pondering life's biggest mysteries, like why cereal is considered soup. The silence thickens, making the moment hilariously awkward. Outside a school, the sound of a single heart-wrenching sob slices through the silence, echoing the deep well of loneliness. Even the trees seem to be listening, awkwardly. Meet Mr. Slippery Sandals, dashing across the field like he's auditioning for an action movie. Problem is, he looks more like a cartoon character running from the law. Talk about style points. The girl with wild hair stands frozen, eyes wide in horror, like a deer caught in headlights. Her scream echoes, "I got caught!" as panic fills the air, and she contemplates her life choices. Panic-stricken, the guy with the skittish voice shouts, "Sioa knows!" It's the kind of revelation that makes secrets feel like ticking time bombs. Sweetheart, time to spill the tea. The absolute worst. Caught red-handed, toes curled in embarrassment, like a cat with a laser pointer. Who knew sneaking snacks could lead to such dramatic consequences? Against a backdrop of endless blue, a flustered figure cries out, "I'm telling you, I got caught." Clearly, this isn't their first rodeo. Better luck next time, buddy. A bustling street scene unfolds, with people weaving through tree-lined sidewalks. Sunny skies above suggest a perfect day, but the mystery of the neighboring buildings looms. What secrets are hidden within? The guy with the wild hair stumbles upon Yeha Choi lost in her fatal attraction world. "Hello? Earth to Yeha," he shouts, but clearly she's more into her book than reality. Her eyes widen, panic bubbling to the surface. "Not working?" she screams, hands flailing like she's calling for help at a karaoke bar gone wrong. "I'm telling you, I'm screwed!" With eyes narrowed and a skeptical brow, the girl with the vibrant green hair flips through the pages of Fatal Errors, clearly unimpressed. Riveting," she mutters, sarcasm dripping. In a classroom echoing with silence, the perpetually messy-haired boy throws his hands up, exasperated. Meanwhile, the girl with the book shoots him a glare. Her patience is waning faster than her caffeine supply. In a world where every second matters, two figures stand poised, clutching a pink book like it holds the secrets of the universe, or at least their next big decision. Talk about pressure. The guy with the wide eyes stares, jaw-dropping, at his comic titled Fatal Attraction. Clearly, this isn't your average weekend read. Plot twist. He forgot to check the ratings. The guy with the glasses raises an eyebrow, incredulous. Really? You're chilling like it's a Netflix binge and the world's on fire? Priorities, my friend. Prioritize. The girl with sleek black hair raises an eyebrow, clutching her book like it's a magic wand. Don't you think this iconic backdrop needs a little more plot twist? She smirks. The girl with the fiery green hair is on a romantic rampage, passionately channeling her inner heroine, because who needs calm when you can yell about comic book love? Fireworks and drama alert. A girl with emerald green hair rolls her eyes at someone off-screen, clutching a romance novel titled Fatal Attraction. Clearly, she believes her fictional drama beats any real-life silliness. Drama llama. The guy with the heroic jawline belts out a tune, but his heart's auditioning for a superhero movie, except it only flutters for butterflies. Cue the giggly girl, utterly charmed. In a twist that would make a rom-com director proud, the guy with the questionable haircut juggles love confessions like a circus act, and somehow, everyone leaves smiling. Love triangles? More like love trapezes. The boy with wide eyes raises an eyebrow, questioning the bizarre situation swirling around him. Meanwhile, the crowd, oblivious and riled up, insists that logic is overrated. Who needs it anyway? The guy with the wild hair flails like an overcaffeinated octopus, panicking over a ghost hunter. Meanwhile, the oblivious girl strolls by, probably lost in her own daydream. Classic. The girl with the striking green hair raises an eyebrow, sarcastically suggesting, "Hey, why not copy the main character's success? It's not like decision-making requires an advanced degree in rocket science." The guy with the wide-eyed shock stands cupping a crumpled paper like it holds the meaning of life. Just your average day, right? Or is it just an epic plot twist? The girl with the wild ponytail sprints down the track, leaving a splash of water behind like she's dodging ghosts and making waves. Who says ghost hunting doesn't come with cardio? With a wild mane of hair and a giddy grin, the girl declares, "Love is fine, but those test scores, they're the real thrill. Who needs romance when you've got finals?" With a wild grin and a crazed spark in his eye, the man bolts forward, hair flying like a rebellious wave. Are you sure about that? Because confidence is overrated when danger is lurking. The guy with the wild eyes yells, "Obviously!" with the enthusiasm of a caffeinated squirrel, while his timid friend, sporting a backpack too big for him, looks like he just saw a ghost. A voice echoes, highlighting the universal truth. Romance makes even the toughest hearts go mushy. Who knew love could turn us all into blubbering teddy bears? A triumphant thumbs up shines brighter than a spotlight. The guy with the funky haircut just aced his exam. Who knew cramming all night could actually pay off? The guy with the frantically wide eyes looks like he just saw a ghost. Except it's the girl with the ominous finger wagging at him. Her message clear: fess up or else. With a wry grin, the guy with the slicked back hair raises an eyebrow, half-heartedly waving off the cringeworthy moment. After all, humor is just a defense mechanism, right? With wide eyes and a hint of desperation, the guy with the messy hair pleads, "Honestly, what have you got to lose?" Ghosts, apparently, don't take lunch breaks. The guy with the messy hair is caught in a moment of crushing angst, his voice barely a whisper, as if creativity is a curse he can't shake off. "Yeah," he sighs, like he's just learned his favorite ice cream flavor was discontinued. The girl with the mysterious past leans in, eyes glinting like secrets waiting to spill. "You know why I'm here, right?" she teases, hinting at ghosts that dance in her shadow. The girl with the sleek ponytail clutches a book like it's a life preserver. She's drowning in anxiety as she faces the towering building that looms like an uninvited giant. Her piercing gaze, a storm of emotions beneath the calm, declares, "Of course I do." It's the kind of confession that could either save a friendship or start a war. In the shadows, a figure stands, haunted by memories. "It's because you can't forget this one human," echoes like a ghost, whether it's love, regret, or just a really bad haircut. The guy in the puffy vest stands like a statue, radiating uncertainty. Is he contemplating life decisions or just trying to figure out where he left his keys? The guy with the brooding red eyes suddenly looks up, as if sensing a dramatic fate lurking just beyond the panel. "Seriously, bro, are you channeling your inner vampire or something?" A shadowy figure clutches a crumpled photo, whispering, "Mihyang," like a lost prayer. The air is thick with longing, as if memories could somehow stitch the frayed edges of the past. Under a curtain of purple rain, two figures embrace tightly, battling the storm around them. Love drips through the chaos, but let's hope they remembered their umbrellas. Time stretches endlessly, like the long line at the coffee shop on Monday mornings. Yet the promise lingers. Some bonds are immortal, and so is my caffeine dependency. Tears mix with anger on his scarred face, a tempest of grief and rage. "Why did it have to be this way?" he silently screams. Just another Tuesday in the emotional roller coaster of life. In the silence of shadowed thoughts, the promise hangs heavy like mist. "I will wait for you," a declaration of stubborn love or just a seriously bad relationship choice. With a mischievous grin and eyes that could practically glow in the dark, the boy considers his next move. Too much mischief in this sunny world. Or is it just a stage for chaos? A cloud of nostalgia hovers as time slips through fingers like sand. Our hero wonders if the past is just a playful ghost haunting their every thought. Tick-tock. Life continues. The guy with the messy hair rolls his eyes, walking alongside the barefoot girl with dreamy green locks. "Can we hurry? The coffee's gone cold, and so is my patience." The guy with the perpetually messy hair stares into the future, searching for answers. "Yet," he mutters, as if the universe owes him an explanation. But coffee might help too. His eyes dart away, heavy with unspoken words. Meanwhile, she pretends to be engrossed in her phone, but really, she's just trying to dodge that emotional tsunami brewing between them. Her gaze pierced through his facade, red eyes smoldering with doubt. "Even if my feelings weren't real," she pondered, wondering if love was just a mirage or a mind game. Classic! Caught in a love conundrum, our heart-harried protagonist wonders how to squeeze a new flame into an already crowded heart. Love's a tight fit. It always has room for chaos. Under a vibrant blue sky, a hopeful student stands by the track, clutching their heart like it's a ticking time bomb. Will Mi-hyung show up, or is this just another exercise in futility? Caught in a whirlwind of chaos, the guy with the overly optimistic eyebrows decides to master the ancient art of crisis dodging, like a ninja, but a little less cool. Looks like we hit a blank canvas here. No worries, though. Every masterpiece starts with a little emptiness. Got any images or ideas to share? Let's turn the void into something lively. Meet the guy with the mischievous glint in his eyes, a smile that screams, "I know something you don't," and confidence that's just shy of obnoxious. Buckle up. In a classroom where sunlight battles with shadows, the guy with the goofy grin realizes he's seated next to the mysterious girl in the mask. Awkwardly hilarious. Cue the internal panic. The guy with the unshakable focus sits on the edge of his chair, heart racing, while the barefoot girl next to him doodles, oblivious to the test looming over them. The guy with the panic sweat mustache meets the eerie girl with the void for a face. Awkward, right? It's like staring into a black hole while avoiding eye contact. Yikes. The guy with the awkward smile stands frozen, eyes wide like a deer caught in headlights. "You," he stammers, about to spill secrets or possibly just the last of his dignity. The guy in the crisp white shirt drums his fingers nervously on the desk, like he's auditioning for a band that plays only anxious beats. Will the teacher call on him? Again? With a grin that could light up a dark room, the guy with the awkward smile tries to reassure himself, "We're classmates." It's like announcing he's won the lottery, if only it felt that way. A hand reaches out, fingers splayed like a toddler trying to impress a teacher. The invitation hangs in the air, hopeful yet slightly awkward, like a first date where the food is mysteriously cold. Panic grips the room as a distressed voice cries out for Elan, but before help arrives, bam! A shocking moment jolts everyone into stunned silence, leaving them wondering who's going to scream next. The guy with the slick hair just met the floor. Hard. A snack wrapper slap sounds ridiculous, but in this moment, it's his ego that takes the biggest hit. The guy with the wild eyes clutches the bright yellow envelope like it's a bomb about to go off. His heart races while the cool girl beside him remains blissfully unaware, staring into the sky, probably contemplating world domination or lunch. The guy with the brooding eyes squints into the distance, as if contemplating the universe's secrets, or just how badly he needs a snack right now. Drama's in his DNA. With a smirk, the man clutches the vibrant yellow note. Its bold message echoes like a secret whispered in the dark. Tonight, 10 p.m., school front gate. Trouble brews. Eyes wide, mouth agape. Our wide-eyed hero is gearing up for the showdown of a lifetime, where silence screams louder than any battle cry. Cue the dramatic music. Underneath the spiky mane, the guy with the skeptical eyebrows is contemplating life's big mysteries, like why cereal always tastes better at midnight. It's a philosophical dilemma filled with crunch. In a seemingly ordinary classroom, the girl with striking green hair senses a creepy presence. She shoots a wary glance back at the guy with the ghostly stare. Awkward is an understatement. The girl with the glossy, dark hair leans back, puffing a small cloud of steam like she just brewed a cup of stress. Her eyes reveal she's juggling a million thoughts. Good luck with that. The guy with the messy hair leans back, exhaling loudly like he's just run a marathon. Oh wait, he probably feels like he has. "You really did what?" he mutters, exhaustion evident. Under a stormy sky, the old school looms as if brewing mischief. "You really did get yourself into a mess?" echoes like a bad breakup text, awkward and inevitable. The guy with the messy hair is on the edge, his eyes bulging, voice cracking. Seriously, how many times can one person repeat themselves before losing their mind? The guy with the wild hair bursts onto the scene, arms flailing like a cartoon octopus, unleashing an ear-piercing "ew-wah" that could wake the neighbors, and probably did. The girl with the raven hair coldly suggests murder as if it's just part of the dinner menu. Casual, right? Let's just hope she's joking. Sarcasm doesn't always land in life or death chats. The guy with the slicked back hair leans in, a devilish grin forming. "Hey, it's just one human. Bury her in the mountains and no one will ever know, right? Classic!" Under the moonlight, the guy with the messy hair laughs bitterly, hiding his face. A promise made under a heavy heart. Too bad life has a sense of irony. The guy with the messy hair raises an eyebrow, dramatic flair in full effect. Are you really suggesting a noble like me would stoop to gasp doing chores? His sarcasm crackles like static electricity. The guy with the brooding stare can't believe his ears. Blood on his hands? He'd signed up for a DIY project, not a crime scene investigation. Her face scrunched with a cringe, like she just bit into a lemon thinking it was candy. This is the part where she debates if honesty is truly the best policy. A tense silence hangs thick as the guy with the brooding gaze warns his friend, words dripping with urgency like hot sauce on a delicate taco. Don't become ghost food! The guy with the shadowy smirk delivers a chilling ultimatum. It's a plot twist even a soap opera villain would envy. Mi-young echoes ominously like a bad breakup song. Dressed in a crisp white shirt, the guy with the goofy grin stands awkwardly, as if he just realized he's wearing mismatched socks. Awkward vibes, yet oddly charming. The girl with emerald hair stands defiantly, arms crossed, a storm brewing in her eyes. A millennium of patience is about to unleash. No pressure, right? Meanwhile, Mr. Oblivious walks away, clueless. Under the midnight sky, she glares with a fierce determination, hair wild and eyes wide. Beastly lady. Who knew saving the night required such colorful descriptors? The guy with the slicked back hair is not just losing his patience, he's about to lose his cool. Ruining a meeting with Mi-young? That's a crime worse than forgetting dessert. The guy with the neat hair looks away, a hint of vulnerability flickering in his eyes. My spirit may be slightly tarnished, he admits, like a vintage car with a few scratches. Beneath a canopy of shadows, the guy in the crisp shirt looks up, heart racing, as the stiletto heel-clad mystery woman casts a shadow that screams decisions. No pressure, right? A confident figure strides forward, their white sneakers squeaking ominously on the floor. I'll have to kill her myself, they mutter, because hiring a hitman is Sue last season. Mysterious girl's silhouette darts onto the scene, urgency in her eyes, as our guy with the tousled hair turns, surprise plastered on his face. Ah, you came? He stammers, hope and panic colliding. In the void, frustration bursts like popcorn in a microwave. Damn it, yaha, echoes, a battle cry against the abyss, because who wouldn't get miffed at an empty canvas? With a bead of sweat trickling down his brow, the guy with the panicked expression realizes he's been left hanging. And that girl? She's got that watch me nail this vibe, ready for action. It seems we've got a blank canvas here. What kind of drama or humor would you like to unravel? Don't leave me hanging. Throw me a topic or an image. Under the moon's eerie glow, the guy with the messy hair glowers, face shadowed like an awkward teen trying to hide in a crowded room. Too cool for school, or maybe just sulking. Under the dim light of the street lamp, the nervous guy with shifty eyes stumbles over his words as if his heart's doing the cha-cha inside. What kind of awkward question is coming next? The guy with the perpetually messy hair freezes, eyes wide. The ominous cracking sounds echo, like popcorn in a horror movie. Good luck unpopping those ears, buddy. With eyes bulging and fists clenched, the boy with the wild haircut realizes this is his big moment. It's showtime, and he's either going to triumph or face epic failure. Great. The guy in the dapper bow tie strikes a dramatic pose, his eyes gleaming with mischief. It's the classic pre-fight monologue, more theatrical flair than actual muscle. Bring on the popcorn. With a fist clenched tighter than a kid on Christmas Eve, he braced for her next question. How would you like to die? Pretty sure not today isn't an option. The overconfident kid, brimming with bravado, challenges everyone like they're in a cheesy action movie. Bring it on, he exclaims. Too bad his training consists of YouTube tutorials and dreams. His eyes blaze with determination, knuckles white from the pressure. I need to strike first, he growls, ready to unleash chaos, unless that cupcake in the corner distracts him first. Suddenly, the speaker's words hung in the air like a dramatic cliffhanger in a soap opera, tempting everyone to lean in closer. What on earth happened yesterday? A voice quivers in the cool night air. Just to save me? The weight of uncertainty hangs like a bad joke between friends as shadows loom and hope flickers dimly. The perpetually anxious guy winds up like a rubber band ready to snap, while the cool, collected girl observes, probably judging his life choices and how not to throw a tantrum. A voice echoes in the void, startling the guy with the messy hair. Confusion hangs in the air thicker than a foggy morning. What did he just miss? The guy with the perpetually messy hair leans forward, fists clenched. His eyes widen in shock, as if he just discovered his favorite snack is sold out. Absolutely devastating. The girl with the glimmering eyes hesitates, her heart racing as she whispers, "Do you have?" It's the kind of moment that could change everything, if only she could finish her thought. Ah, the dreaded crush, the electrifying mix of butterflies and awkward sweat. It's like standing in front of a live audience when you've forgotten your lines. The girl with the dreamy gaze bites her lip, cheeks flushed. Is it the thrill of a crush or just that last sip of cherry soda? Either way, she's captivated. A lone bicycle wheels silently down an empty street, adorned with lost and found notes, evidence of adventures now fading. Was that tiny bell laughter or just an echo of solitude? Under the eerie glow of the streetlight, the guy with the wild hair strikes a pose, probably thinking he's a superhero, but he looks more like he's fighting an invisible foe. Meanwhile, the onlooker with the pristine haircut is just wondering if he should call for backup or dial for a pizza. The guy with the wild hair stares into the abyss, eyebrows raised like they just saw a UFO. Huh? A perfect blend of confusion and sheer disbelief, like he's just stepped into a parallel universe. The guy with the awkward smile and drool running down his chin just realized he's not holding a snack, but rather his dignity, slipping away like that last cookie at a party. With wild eyes and a cheeky grin, the girl with jet black hair peeks around the corner, ready to drop the bombshell of the century. Or maybe just inquire about last night's pizza. What? She asks, like someone just suggested pineapple belongs on pizza. A guy with messy hair stares into the dark abyss of the night, hands clenched, debating if it's too late to call in sick to life. Spoiler, it's not. The guy in the sharp blazer, trying to look cool, can't help but gawk at the girl strutting confidently in her little black dress. Who knew gym attire could look this good? The girl with the wispy bob stares, bewildered, her finger pointing at her temple like she's trying to reboot her brain. Did I just hear what I think I heard? An unexpected chill dances down your spine like a ghost at a family reunion. Shudder, it says, reminding you that this isn't your average day. Something's about to go wildly wrong. The guy with the wide-eyed surprise looks like he just found out his favorite snack is sold out. His shock is so intense, even his hair seems to stand on end. The guy with the perpetually messy hair stares wide-eyed, like he just spotted his ex at a family reunion. Panic hits harder than a surprise pop quiz. What now? Droplets of sweat cling to his brow like stubborn friends at a party. The tension hangs thicker than a double cheese pizza, and he's just trying to breathe through the chaos. In a world drenched by rain, she wanders, a shadow of her former self. Miyang's memory lingers like a stubborn stain. Every drop a reminder, every heartbeat a missed moment. Under an ominous sky, a figure lies prone in the grass, either deep in thought or taking a very long nap. Sleep or sorrow, it's hard to tell from here. Sweaty palms clench in a fist, tension swirling in the air like an awkward first date that just went south. Can this guy keep his cool, or is a meltdown imminent? With a bittersweet smile, she grasped her hair, tangled in doubt. Another love? Ha! Like a cat willingly jumps into a bathtub. Trust didn't come easy when hearts were bruised. Her hair, a wild mess of emotions, now stained crimson, a stark contrast to the innocence that once surrounded her. Blood drips, whispering secrets of battles fought and lost. Ouch, that's gotta sting! With a grin sharp enough to cut glass, the guy with the icy stare is trying to hide his panic. Spoiler, it's not working and he's sweating like it's sauna season. A heavy silence lingers, drowning out the ache in his throat. I'm sorry, he whispers, the name hovering like an uninvited ghost, meing the one he hurt most. The guy with the wild hair stands frozen, eyes wide like dinner plates. He's just realized that love at first sight doesn't include blinking. Who knew? The guy with the charming grin and sly finger gesture looks like he's about to drop a secret. Is it romance? A prank? Or maybe he just really wants pizza? In the silence, a feeling of raw resolve flickers, like a lone candle fighting off the dark. Survive becomes a mantra, even if it sounds like a bad motivational poster. In a world where every date could be your last, dating to survive turns flirtation into a high-stakes game. Forget roses. Hearts are now potential landmines. Looks like you've hit me with a blank canvas, like a writer's block, but without the existential dread. Feel free to share another image or idea. I'm ready for the next adventure. In the pitch-black void, a mysterious figure leans closer, words echoing like a ghostly promise. This year, the one you've been waiting for will finally show up. And isn't that just tempting? The smiling man in the pink jacket leans back, an innocent twinkle in his eye. Right over there, at that school, he points, as if revealing a treasure map, minus the pirates. The guy in the long coat squints at the neon glow ahead, while the woman in red gestures wildly, as if signaling a UFO in distress. Either that or she's lost her mind, again. The guy with the wild hair stares wide-eyed, frozen in shock. Meanwhile, the cheerful old woman behind him seems oblivious, like she's just waiting for the punchline of a bad joke. The sky hangs heavy with impending doom, as raindrops start to pour like Mother Nature's tears. Oh great, just when you thought today couldn't get any better. A sprawling school building looms ahead, its windows glinting like eyes watching every mischief unfold. The track is ready for drama, whether it's races or just kids trying to avoid gym class. Under the vibrant sunset, Umin and Yeha set up camp on the school roof, blending the thrill of adventure with the charm of a slumber party, minus the questionable midnight snacks. Under a blanket of stars, the guy with the messy hair stares at the sky, contemplating life's mysteries, like why he camped with someone who clearly enjoys being a snoozing burrito. The guy with the wide eyes and messy hair stands frozen, his mind a blank canvas. Is it shock, awe, or did he just realize he forgot to feed his pet goldfish? The girl with the expressive eyebrows lies awake, heart racing. Let another in, she mutters. Ha! That's like inviting a raccoon to a picnic. Chaos guaranteed. The guy with the messy hair can't believe his ears. Wasn't it his overzealous friend who set this whole cringe fest in motion? Confessions are for rom-coms, not his life. Beneath the twinkling stars, the girl with the devilish grin laughs maniacally, while the guy with messy hair stares wide-eyed, realizing this was not the camping trip he signed up for. Who knew spooky tales could come with real-life consequences? With a sly grin and a twinkle in her eye, the girl with the emerald hair leans in, teasing. What's the plan, Captain Obvious? Or are we just winging it again? Under the stars, the guy with the perpetually messy hair sits cross-legged, pondering life choices, while the ghost girl winks, saying, some couples argue over dinners, we argue over ectoplasmic encounters. The guy with the wild hair stares in shock, heart thumping like a drum solo. Who knew this cool-mannered enigma would unleash such fiery sass? He's still processing the plot twist. The guy with the shaggy white hair looks like he just read a bad review of his favorite band. Contemplative, he's ready to drop the mic on this conversation. Drama alert. With tears welling and heart pounding, the girl with the unsettling gaze stands on the precipice of revelation. Then she whispers, as if the universe is holding its breath. With a confident grin, the card-carrying heartthrob drops the bombshell, leaving the barefoot girl wide-eyed, her inner monologue screaming, "Did I just yelp out loud? Oops!" The guy with messy hair stares wide-eyed, panic etched on his face. Meanwhile, the girl lounges nonchalantly. Sweet motivation for a murder, or just a bad case of resting face? With a sly grin, the girl with deep green hair confidently counters, "I doubt that," as if facing her fears is just another game, possibly betting her lunch money. Humankind? Overrated. The guy with the bewildered expression freezes, eyes wide as if he just discovered his favorite snack was replaced with broccoli. What? He breathes, confusion battling disbelief. The woman with emerald hair gazes sharply, frustration flashing in her eyes. "Master," she retorts, "you're still as clueless as a toddler in a candy store about women." In the shadowy park, amid towering buildings, a lone figure sits, a tiny stick character desperately contemplating the complexities of romance, feeling like a comic book lost in a thriller. Why can't I just read her mind? Under the dim glow of streetlights, the girl with the bowl-cut furrows her brow at her phone, probably swiping through memes while the world around her crumbles. Who needs spoilers when TikTok is a thrilling escape? Umin's phone screen glows with social media antics, but his eyes scream exhaustion. Try liking this post, the message beckons. Meanwhile, he wonders if lunch will ever happen, or if it'll just be a snack break. With a deadpan stare sharper than her knife, the waitress with the tousled bob silently questions her life choices, like serving these patrons or why she didn't just become a cat instead. Her eyebrow arches higher than her expectations. The shock is palpable. Your boyfriend? She echoes, her tone dripping with disbelief, as if she just discovered a cat in a dog park. The towering figure looms over the girl, his voice a mix of surprise and mock horror. You're here? Did you swim through the sea of bad decisions to get here? Captain! The creepy dude with the eyeball that looks like it belongs in a horror movie calls out, leaning in like he's got a secret no one wants to hear. Cue ominous music and an awkward silence. The blonde boy, nervously clutching his report, barely registers the snickering masked figure lurking behind him. Is that your boyfriend? The stranger quips, making this presentation way more awkward than necessary. A girl with short, tousled hair stands awkwardly, clenching her hand as she reaches out. The guy in blue sits aloof, his intense gaze hinting at a secret yet untold. His jaw clenches, tension electrifying the air. With a gaze that could cut glass, he's ready to face whatever or whoever stands in his way. Because today, he's done playing nice. The boy with tousled hair furrows his brow, skepticism dripping from his words. Why are you suddenly pulling off the superhero vibe? Last week, you couldn't even eat a salad without drama. With a steely glare and a hint of mischief, the one-eyed rebel readies himself for battle. Because who needs sight when you've got swagger and a face mask that screams bad boy? The guy in the blue jacket, all seriousness and sarcasm, confronts a pale-skinned friend, ready to dissect his sudden emotional outburst. Puberty jokes are really the emotional support we didn't ask for. The guy with the wild eye glances nervously, trying to convince himself that a mask will mask his quirks. Spoiler alert, wearing a mask doesn't fix normal. The girl with fierce determination is about to drop a truth bomb. She wasn't raised to back down or settle for less. Buckle up, folks. This is about to get real. The girl in the crisp suit wrestles with her thoughts. Normalcy feels like a heavily taped-up gift. Fitting in? More like trying to squeeze into shoes 2 sizes too small. With a gaze colder than a freezer aisle, the girl with the cheek blunt cut confronts her father. Just one word hangs heavy in the air: father. The tension's thicker than family secrets. Meet the guy with the creepy smile and eye that seems to have its own personality. Definitely not a man you'd want your kids babysat by. His mask hides secrets darker than his sense of humor. The guy with the intense glare peers from behind his mask, eyes shimmering with unspoken secrets. Is he plotting something vicious or just contemplating the meaning of life and lunch? The guy with the oversized hoodie looms over the nervous kid, his finger wagging like an impatient teacher. Trust me, their idea of fun is not exactly Disney World, he warns. With a smirk, the girl with the messy hair gripped his arm, warning him that ghosts were less scary than embarrassing dance moves. Familiarity was key, and maybe a little ghostly grace. The towering figure, draped in a long coat, strides away, leaving the girl, arms crossed and brow furrowed, muttering, "Great, more cryptic advice? Can't I just get a cheat sheet?" The lonely figure with tousled hair trudges through an overgrown path, lost in thought. Is that a frown or just the weight of the world? Either way, someone brings snacks. The guy with the shadowy figure stands quietly, uncertainty written all over him. Meanwhile, the girl with a smug smirk thinks, awkward silence? My specialty. It's a tension-packed moment, like finding out the pizza place is out of your favorite toppings. The girl in the sharp black dress huffs, rolling her eyes as she contemplates her impending ghostly encounters. Clearly, her social life could use a bit more supernatural flair. The shadowy figure clutches a secret tightly, face masked in confusion. Did they really just hear what they think they heard? In this game of whispers, silence is anything but golden. The guy with the spiky hair stares wide-eyed, a ghostly smirk plastered on his face. Surprise! Your daughter's dating someone who's not just invisible, he's literally ethereal. Ghosts, the ultimate relationship drama. A crisp blue sky stretches over the neighborhood, an invitation for daydreaming. It's the perfect moment for pondering life's big questions, like what's for lunch? Or more seriously, what would you do? A bustling street hums with life. Trees sway casually, as if gossiping about the chaos of daily commutes. Who knew sidewalks could be such dramatic stages for everyday life? 2 high schoolers stroll the sunlit sidewalk. She's rolling her eyes at his overly dramatic vibes. Does this roof commute routine really fool anyone? The school's too close to be so ridiculous. The guy with the slightly messy hair clears his throat, trying to drop a hint and a life lesson. If only following my lead was as easy as carrying that backpack. The guy with the messy hair is channeling his inner motivational speaker, insisting everyone should unleash their inner baby. Wah! He encourages, while someone in the back is like, yeah! That! The guy with the wild hair leans in, a cheeky grin spreading across his face. Ahem, you're still the last one to laugh at my jokes, aren't you? How charmingly awkward. The guy with the tousled hair squints, heart-thumping, as he watches the barefoot girl saunter away, blissfully unaware of the storm brewing in his chest. Will he ever catch up? The girl with the icy stare can't help but eavesdrop, eyebrows knitting in suspicion. Meanwhile, the cheerful duo behind her spill secrets like it's the latest gossip magazine. Classic! Through the window, the guy in the sharp suit catches a peek at two girls chatting, one with legs that could distract a whole gym. Is he hoping for a sports miracle, or just daydreaming again? Under the sharp shadows of midday, the girl with the hidden eyes walks alone, while others float by in laughter, like glittering confetti sprinkled on her sigh of solitude. It stings a little. In the whirlwind of chatter, the girl with the messy bob tunes out the world, contemplating life's biggest questions, like why her morning coffee always seems to go cold. With a gaze like a storm brewing, the girl with the perfectly tousled hair reflects on the whirlwind of her thoughts. Too deep in thought, she misses the comic relief her pal just delivered. The guy with the bright pink hair stares in shock, as if he just spotted a rare Pokemon. Meanwhile, the girl in blue is busy pretending her phone is more interesting than him. A figure in a vest stands on the precipice of confession, their lips sealed tighter than a bank vault. The weight of unspoken words hangs heavy. An emotional game of charades is about to begin. The girl with the sharp gaze stands, eyes piercing. It's the kind of look that says, I'm not judging you, but I'm definitely taking notes for my next eye roll. The girl in the crisp white shirt clutches her skirt, a determined look in her eyes. It's either her fashion statement or a last-minute attempt to dodge a wardrobe malfunction. Either way, she's ready to dash. The guy with the slicked-back hair suddenly calls out as the barefoot girl bolts past, likely late for a date, or maybe she just spotted a cute puppy. Sprint mode activated. The guy with the wild eyes and messy hair is in full-on panic mode, sprinting like a cartoon character chased by a giant pie. He's late again, obviously. The girl with the somber gaze feels the weight of secrets pressing down like a bad joke at a funeral. Her silence screams. Words are too heavy to lift. With a swift flick of the wrist, the guy in the crisp white shirt launches a bright yellow card like a ninja star. Who knew a piece of paper could fly with such drama? The guy with the tousled hair stares wide-eyed as a masked girl lunges at him like a high-stakes ninja. Surprise, panic, and a dash of bad decisions fill the air with tension. The guy with the wild hair throws his hands up like he's auditioning for a drama queen role. The girl in the black dress looks ready to drop-kick him into next week. Yeha's eyes widen, pleading for help while baring her teeth like a cornered cat, definitely not the friendly meeting she'd hoped for. This girl's bringing drama like it's the season finale. The guy with the flustered face stares in disbelief, his thoughts tangled in confusion. Why, he wonders, as if the universe just pulled the ultimate prank on him. Surprise and confusion collide in a heart-pounding moment. The guy with the messy hair looks up, bewildered, while the blonde girl clenches her fist, frustration bubbling beneath the surface. Why indeed? The girl's fiery eyes shoot daggers as her messy-haired boyfriend shrinks under her glare. I thought I was waiting. Well, maybe I took a wrong turn into the land of not my fault. The girl with the rage-fueled glasses clutches a comic like it's her life's mission. Fatal attraction? More like fatal poor decisions. She's ready to unleash her inner critic. In a dramatic showdown, the guy with the messy hair leaps over the girl with the clipboard, narrowly escaping her playful but fierce swat. Talk about dodging adulthood. With a grin that screams mischief, the guy with the messy hair leans in, conspiratorial glee lighting up his face. You know, just casually breaking and entering. Where do you live? The girl with the piercing gaze and messy hair rolls her eyes as if saying, seriously? Again? Her patience is wearing thin, but her sarcasm stronger than ever. The girl in the miniskirt struts ahead, confidence radiating like the sun, while the guy with the droopy backpack lumbers behind, feeling like a lost puppy. "You're right," she declares, spicing their banter with undeniable truth. With a scowl that could curdle milk, the boy's eyes burn with a fierce determination. Vengeance is coming, and he's got a plan. Anyway, hope his backpack has snacks for the road ahead. The guy with the wild bedhead beams, a mix of disbelief and glee, as if he just discovered a hidden chocolate stash. "Wait, I get to walk with you? Score!" His chuckle is both endearing and slightly awkward. He's clearly not used to this level of luck. As the guy with the bright orange backpack struts beside her, a cheeky grin spreads across his face. "From now on, we go to school together," he declares, and she replies, "I wouldn't have it any other way," rolling her eyes, because nothing says future friendship like teenage determination. A lonely path stretches out, the sun heating the tiles like a cosmic burrito. Suddenly, a single oversized foot breaks the tension. Clearly, this scene is about to step up its game. A gigantic foot slam down, sending shockwaves through the pavement. Meanwhile, the barefoot girl with dreamy eyes is too lost in thought to even notice the impending chaos. Classic. The guy in the white shirt squints against the sky, an unsettling shadow masking his face. "Found them," he muses, probably not talking about lost socks, but something much more troubling. With a triumphant glint in his eye, the guy with the serious tone announces, "Found them." But let's be real. Finding Agent Shin is like finding a needle in a haystack of mystery. The guy with the crooked grin leans closer, excitement bubbling as he shares plans for the upcoming theater production. Meanwhile, the girl with the short blonde bob raises an eyebrow, clearly skeptical. In a technology graveyard, the guy in blue sits hunched over a sea of screens, his intense focus hinting at a world-changing hack, or maybe just a really binge-worthy show. The guy with the overly cheerful grin looks oblivious to impending doom outside the window. Meanwhile, the ominous figure in blue watches, good vibes are clearly not part of today's itinerary. The guy with the creepy eye is about to explode. "That brat," he mutters, uncovering a scandal shocking enough to make even the library's ghosts gasp. Birth records forged. The guy with the eerie grin stares out from the photo, eerily chipper for a case gone cold. His missing parents? A mystery. His forever optimistic face? Just unsettling. Meet the boy with the devilish grin and eyes that scream, "I'm up to something." His question hangs in the air, ominous and oddly playful, like he just stole your lunch money. The guy with the perpetual shadow stands aghast, pondering how a regular dude managed to snag a Padu agent. Talk about a plot twist worthy of a rom-com. The guy with the icy blue eye speaks volumes without even saying a word. His silence drips with tension, just waiting for the right moment to unleash the chaos brewing inside. The guy with the creepy eye squints, clearly plotting some mischief. "That's suspicious," he hisses, while the other guy nods, wondering if his morning coffee was spiked with conspiracy. The guy with the orange backpack turns, an urgency in his voice. "I need you to investigate that child." Suspense thickens. Investigating kids? No one ever suspects the innocent. The guy in the crisp white shirt leans in, his voice a husky whisper. "If you catch a whiff of our secrets, trust me, it's not just your coffee that'll go cold." A mysterious whisper slithers through the air, urging a shadowy figure on a dark street to take drastic action. An ominous task ahead. Dinner can wait. This is a priority. The guy in the beanie stares at you, one eye wild with fear, while the other seems to have seen things no one should. He's ready to plunge into chaos. No second guessing allowed. A crisp command hangs in the air, where the young recruit, with wide eyes reflecting his boss's stern gaze, replies with a shaky, "Yes, sir." His nervousness, both palpable and laughable. He'd probably salute a squirrel right now. The guy with messy hair pauses, phone to his ear, face hidden in shadow. Is he contemplating life's mysteries or just waiting for pizza? Either way, tension hangs thick. The guy with the messy hair holds a tiny, shiny object between his fingers, a smirk dancing on his lips. Is it a lucky charm or a secret weapon? Either way, drama is brewing. The guy in the lab coat strolls by, lost in thought, while the girl with the piercing gaze sharpens her focus. Little do they know, Destiny's about to play matchmaker, or puppeteer. The barista with a slick bow tie eyes the bustling cafe, each cup of coffee brewing drama. Meanwhile, the mystery figure at the back may need a strong brew after that look. With a casual flick of his wrist, the guy with the brooding expression clutches the phone. The steady ding jolts him from his reverie. So much for inner peace. In a room filled with silence, he stares at the black list on his phone, heart racing. Oh, great, now he's on the bad guy's radar. Talk about a plot twist. The phone buzzes, shocking the guy with the perpetually messy hair from his daydreaming. "Uminin?" he mutters, rolling his eyes. Great, another platform to navigate. The guy with the slightly rumpled sweater checks his phone, a flicker of anticipation lighting up his face. It's like waiting for the microwave beep, almost thrilling in its mundanity. Ding! The girl with the flowing hair clutches her phone, its brightness stealing the spotlight. A playful black cat lurks behind, plotting mischief. Because, let's face it, cats always have a scheme in mind. In a dimly lit, bustling cafe, the guy with the messy hair hunches over his computer, phone buzzing like a wild bee as urgency fills the air. He's about to dive into chaos, again. A lone figure stands like a sentinel among endless bookshelves, hair swishing with an air of determination. That ding echoes. Seriously, is someone ordering takeout in the library? The guy in the crisp blazer checks his phone, fingers tapping nervously, as if he can text his way out of this awkward library moment. Spoiler, he can't. The guy with the devilish grin leans in, his smile creeping like a cat ready to pounce. You can practically hear the ominous music playing in the background. Plot twist incoming. With a furrowed brow and messy hair, the guy stands bewildered, like he just crashed a party of strangers, and he's seriously questioning his life choices. Where's the exit? The boy with sweat glistening on his brow is trying to appear calm. His hands are eagerly clasped, but inside, he's a roller coaster of excitement and dread. Class presentation? Anyone? With a devilish grin, the guy with the striking blue eyes leans closer, the air thick with tension. You thought you had it all figured out, huh? Surprise! The guy with the snarky smirk leans in, eyes twinkling with mischief as he delivers his ultimatum. Yeah, you've definitely chosen the wrong time to test my patience. Don't say I didn't warn you. In a world where swiping right could mean swiping left on your sanity, dating to survive promises laughter amidst catastrophe. Who knew love could come with a side of existential dread? In the silence of a confessional booth, secrets swirl like dust bunnies. Except one whispered confession could unleash chaos. So spill your guts, but check for eavesdroppers first. The ominous sign hangs like a dreaded warning. Principal's office. A realm where dreams go to die and detention snacks don't exist. Who's ready for a stern talking to? The guy with the slicked back hair leans forward, eyes narrowed. So I hear you're the best at fixing problems. How good are you at dodging a bullet? The tension rises. This isn't just a chat over coffee. The guy in the sleek black suit raises an eyebrow, disbelief etched on his face. Jihui Lee, the mysterious transfer student, must have stirred up more drama than a soap opera. The guy with the crooked smile sits like a king in his dark suit, fingers tapping nervously on the table, his Sunday best, but even the plants look more alive than he does. The guy in shades leans forward with an air of urgency, words dripping with tension. Looks like secrets don't just walk in. They waltz right through the door. The guy in the shades stands like a statue, tension and indecision thick in the air. He's got something to say, but you'd think he's auditioning for a drama. Meanwhile, the shadowy figure leans back, silently judging. The impeccably dressed man with an air of authority leans back, the tension crackling like static. Finish the transfer, he says, but you can almost hear his thoughts. Or else. The guy with the perfectly tousled hair stares into the infinite blue, pondering life's biggest mysteries, like why he can never find matching socks. Lost in thought? Or is it lunch hour déjà vu? With striking blue eyes piercing the sky, the boy stands in solemn defiance, wrestling with something heavier than clouds. Is he channeling his inner superhero, or just contemplating lunch? In a vast stadium, a lone player kicks the ball, surrounded by scattered spectators who look like they've lost a bet on this soccer match. Meanwhile, someone in the bleachers scrolls through their phone, clearly more invested in memes than the game. A sleek skateboard zooms by, making an epic whoosh sound that practically screams, "Look at me." It's the kind of cool that makes you want to dust off your own board. Or not. The tiny powerhouse winds up, ready to unleash a world-shattering throw. Either that or a really aggressive game of dodgeball. The tall opponent probably wondering if they missed a memo on dodgeball etiquette. A single piercing gaze tells 1,000 secrets. The girl with the smoky eyeliner looks ready to either flirt or throw shade. Either way, you know drama's coming. With a swift motion, the guy with the tousled hair unleashes a burst of radiant energy. Quite the dramatic flair for a Tuesday. Who knew shining so bright could leave others feeling so dim? A swirling void stretches out, whispering secrets of the unknown. Palpitations quicken as anticipation builds, like waiting for the punchline of a bad joke. Will it land or flop? In a dramatic swoosh, the barefoot girl launches herself into the air, leaving a cloud of disbelief behind. "Catch me if you can," she shouts, oblivious to gravity's evil sense of humor. A sleek figure dashes across the grassy hill, hair whipping like a flag in a storm. What's she running from? Worst haircut of the year or an existential crisis? The girl with wild, expressive eyes squints into the brightness, confusion etched into her face. "Huh?" she mutters, as if she just woke up from a nap that lasted a decade. The ground erupts with a thunderous slam, sending shockwaves of shock and awe through the crowd. Is it a meteorite or just another disastrous soccer play? Spoiler, it's the latter. Yeha rolls her eyes as the girl with the daring haircut stands defiantly. "Not a normal student?" she quips. "Great, now I've got to deal with extraordinary drama too." With a smirk that could start a stampede, the girl in black confidently challenges the idea of normalcy, because why be human when you can rock beast mode? With wide eyes and dramatic flair, the guy with the overly ambitious hairstyle wonders if he'll become a snack for a lurking beast. Meanwhile, the girl with striking green locks can't help but suppress a chuckle. The girl with raven black hair rests her chin on her hand, crimson eyes heavy with boredom. A sigh escapes her lips, time's moving slower than a snail at a marathon. Two friends sit on the sidelines, sharing secrets as if the world's problems were just a mere soccer game. One teases about the way someone is crushing hard, likely a player with a heart, not just a ball. Under the blaring sun, a friend points out their crush, oblivious to the intense, slightly psychotic gaze she's sporting. "Murderer's eyes," they smirk. "Love or horror? Guess we'll find out." The guy in the polished shoes stands tall, a beacon of seriousness amidst the chaos. A stark reminder that adulting is just one shoe shine away. Who knew style had such high stakes? Under the blazing sun, the guy with the shadowy eyes stands, shrouded in mystery, his white towel draped like a cape, wondering if heroism comes with a side of laundry. Under the stadium lights, a group of friends huddles on the field, laughter echoing, while the guy with the messy hair stares longingly, wishing he'd left his social awkwardness on the sidelines. In the eerie twilight, 4 pairs of wide eyes fixate on a girl in the center, their glares digging deeper than any dagger. It's like an emotional standoff with no referee. Awkward. 3 friends sit on the grass, eyes darting to a girl in the distance. Odd? More like a mystery wrapped in an enigma, sprinkled with a touch of weird. The girl with the icy silence stands in the spotlight, her gaze piercing and indifferent, as if she's the ghost at an awkward party and nobody knows how to say hello. Meanwhile, the friend knows this is just a game, but the tension feels like a balloon at a pin party. In a shadow-draped corner, the silent figure in the dark tracksuit stands like a storm waiting to break. All that's missing is a dramatic lightning bolt, and maybe a coffee. The girl with the rebellious haircut walks with her head down, her mood as low as her shoulders. Meanwhile, 2 guys, awkward in their own way, share an unspoken drama, entirely unaware of the epic eye roll she's hiding. This guy, with his shirt draped casually around his neck and those brooding blue eyes, is clearly contemplating life's great mysteries, like why his hair won't behave. Serious vibes, but hey, at least he's fashionable. A piercing blue eye, glinting like a warning signal, reveals the secrets of a restless mind. It's the kind of gaze that could cut through tension like a butter knife through warm toast. The guy with the perpetually messy hair stares, mouth agape, while the girl with emerald locks raises an eyebrow, questioning reality. It's like they've just spotted a unicorn playing soccer. In the quiet shadows, 2 figures sit, tension thickening the air, like waiting for your pizza delivery when you're starving. But who's lurking behind them? A shadowy mystery awaits. The guy with the messy hair leans in, eyes glinting with mischief. Are you too up to no good? He asks, ready to unravel something scandalous, or at least mildly embarrassing. With wild, swirling eyes, two shadowy figures loom ominously, cloaked in mystery and menace. Are they here for a friendly chat or to borrow a cup of doom? The boy with wide, innocent eyes is bewildered, staring at the girl with fiery red pupils. "Who are you?" he squeaks, as if he just stumbled into a monster convention. Eyes wide and mouths agape, the duo exchanges confused glances. The suspense is palpable. It's like waiting for a magician to reveal his trick, but something feels off. A smirk curls near the shadowed face, a hint of mischief lurking behind. The guy with the sly grin knows secrets, and you can almost hear him whispering, "Watch me." With a smirk and an arm draped casually, the guy with glossy dark hair teases, "So you're hanging around Sewa?" Meanwhile, the other's face screams panic. "That's not it at all." The girl with emerald hair gives the guy a pointed look, eyes narrowed in disbelief. Was he seriously about to suggest another brilliant idea? Silence stretches between them like a taut rubber band. Min-jae Kim, the name hangs in the air like a suspended threat, curt and edged. Her eyes flash with determination, ready for a showdown that could rival any action movie. The barefoot girl, who always seems to daydream, struts onto the track, exuding confidence. Little does she know, today's race will throw her off her game, and maybe her shoes too. The girl with the sharp gaze and a haircut that screams, "I wake up like this," eyes a stranger, suspicion dancing in her voice. "What are you doing here?" she challenges, daring him to spill secrets or at least a good excuse. The guy with the dark, tousled hair leans against a wall, smirking like he just cracked the code of the universe. "Been ages," he teases. "How about a friendly hello before diving into gossip?" The girl with the messy bun drops the bomb. "I transferred here too." It's like finding a surprise guest at a party. Awkward, but oddly exciting. Who knew math class could be so dramatic? The guy in sleek black gear stumbles back, eyes wide like a deer caught in headlights. And no, it's not because he forgot his lines at the big game. What terrifying thing lies beyond the frame? Her eyebrow arches as confusion clouds her gaze. "For what?" she asks, arms crossed tight like they're guarding her from whatever mess he's about to spill. Tension hangs heavy, like a bad fart in an elevator. Messy-haired guy strikes a dramatic pose, claiming his turf with all the flair of a superhero. But really, he's just hoping the lunch lady remembers his extra ketchup request. The guy with the cocky smirk leans back, confidence radiating like sunshine on a winter day. Meanwhile, the girl with the sharp glare is unimpressed, puffing out a cloud of sass. The guy with the baggy eyes squints, sizing up the question like it's a puzzling math equation. "Boyfriend?" he muses, more like the confused sidekick in a rom-com that forgot the romance. Surprised and wide-eyed, the kid with the wild hair thinks, "Wait, are they calling me?" Panic mixes with excitement. It's a recipe for unforgettable embarrassment or epic glory. The guy with the over-the-top wide eyes just discovered the secret he wished he could unhear, like finding out his favorite pizza place doesn't serve gluten-free. Cue the existential dread. The guy with the glasses stands awkwardly, caught between a fiery girlfriend and a confrontational dude. He shrugs. "Yep, that's me, her boyfriend. Not joking, I swear." The heat's palpable, but his delivery? Impeccably chill. Floating atop the cerulean waves, an unamused voice breaks the silence. Everything is calm, too calm, making the sarcasm the only thing keeping the ocean's secrets at bay. With a mischievous grin and the sky behind him, the guy with the wild hair drops a shocking truth, leaving everyone wondering just how deep the rabbit hole goes. Classic cliffhanger. With a smirk that says trust issues, the girl with the stylish bob and a killer athletic jacket throws shade at love, like it's a game she won't play. She's seen too much drama. The guy with slicked back hair raises an eyebrow, attempting to suppress laughter. Meanwhile, the girl with fans in her eyes seems ready to roast him alive. Classic tension in the making. With a cat-like curiosity, the girl with raven hair leans closer, pondering why confessing love is easier than explaining why her favorite snack is actually a vegetable. What's up with that? The guy with the eerie grin leans in, oblivious to his partner's startled expression, while the other shoots him a disapproving glare. Clearly, this is not the time for jokes. The guy with the wildly unkempt hair stands confidently on the track, a mix of rebellion and charisma radiating from him. Is he a runner or just the world's fastest daydreamer? With a sly smirk, the guy with the mischievous glint in his blue eyes hints at secrets only he knows. Trouble's brewing, and he's definitely the instigator, or the lucky one. With a half smile and a hint of mischief, the guy in the black shirt wipes away sweat as if to say, "Yeah, I just crushed that workout. What's your excuse?" Minjae's voice slices through the tension like a knife, leaving the air thick with unfinished words. The girl with the hidden gaze wonders if enough is even a thing. The guy with the brooding haircut leans in, creating tension thicker than a rom-com's plot twist. "Things between us," he whispers, as the heartbeats in the room hold their breath. The girl in the sleek jacket stares ahead, her brows furrowed like she's lost a wrestling match with her thoughts. "Are already over," she mutters, because who doesn't love a dramatic exit? The guy with the messy hair watches in disbelief as the confident girl struts past, declaring, "Let's go, boyfriend." His internal monologue screams, "This wasn't in the job description." With a sly smirk and ocean blue eyes, the guy's confidence could fill a stadium. It's like he knows he just won the lottery of charm. Watch out, world! Under the bleak school sky, the guy with the messy hair stares at the somber girl with emerald green locks. Tension crackles. Who's gonna break the awkward silence first? The guy with the stormy eyes leans casually against the wall, confidence radiating like he owns the place. "Hey," he says, but you can practically hear the tension hanging in the air. The guy with the brooding gaze is on the verge of a revelation, while the girl with the wild green hair sits in quiet despair, both teetering on the edge of a secret. It's that moment when silence speaks louder than words, and you just know the drama is about to unfold. If only someone would just hand over the popcorn. With emerald hair cascading like a waterfall of envy, she stands firm. Quit trying to throw shade at Umin. It's hard to stay cool when the gossip is this hot. Her striking red eyes burn through the shadows, piercing right into your soul, like a cat staring at a mouse, deciding whether to pounce or just judge your life choices. A fierce green-haired warrior delivers a warning, her eyes flashing with intensity, certainly not one to mess with. Below, a guy with an awestruck expression wonders if he just stumbled into a superhero movie. With a sly grin, the guy with the mischievous sparkle in his eye cockily compliments the quick thinker, because who doesn't love a little sarcasm in the classroom chaos? The guy with the smirk and cool blue eyes just served a warning. Don't mess with COA. His confidence is as bold as his hairstyle, and trouble's got his name written all over it. With a smirk, the guy with the sarcastic wit throws shade at his oblivious friends, expecting their brains to kick in any moment now. Spoiler, it's not happening. A showdown brews. Green-haired warrior's fiery resolve locks eyes with the cool blue stare of his opponent. "Let's," they whisper, the air thick with tension, matches ready to ignite. The new transfer student, with their optimistic grin and awkward charm, stands under a spotlight of nervousness. "Just don't be the human version of a cactus," they joke. The girl with the sleek emerald hair watches as the guy in the hoodie, oblivious, waves goodbye, probably thinking he's the star in some dramatic film. Spoiler alert, he's not. The girl with dark green hair stares defiantly, lips pressed into a tense line, like a rubber band ready to snap. She's definitely hiding something, but is it her secret or just a snack? The girl with the vibrant green hair stares pensively at the empty field, contemplating if her life choices will ever involve something other than people's socks laying around. She muses, plotting her escape. A flicker of doubt shadows the character's face, the weight of realization crashing down like a bag of potatoes. Just when they thought life was peachy, reality hit hard. On the rooftop, two figures stand against the sprawling cityscape, feelings of dread mingling with the bittersweet taste of freedom, like mystery meat at a school cafeteria, intriguing yet somehow unsettling. The girl with fiery emerald hair glares, frustration radiating from her like a live wire. "How many times did I tell you that?" she exclaims, her patience teetering on a tightrope. The girl with the fierce gaze, ready to spill secrets, finally speaks. Tension crackles as she reveals the shocking truth. COA has a sidekick. Grab your popcorn, this plot thickens. The guy with the clenched fists looks like he just stumbled onto a really awful surprise party. Minjae Kim, the new kid, has sparked something in him. Hope or fury, who knows? The guy with the perpetually messy hair stares at the mysterious girl, an electric tension crackling in the air. He really knew Seoe, he mutters, contemplating life's biggest mysteries, like why he's still single. The girl with emerald hair raises an eyebrow, a smirk playing on her lips. Ghosts and school drama? Sounds like a recipe for chaos and potentially embarrassing hauntings. The tension crackles like static electricity in the air. Words slip from lips with gravity, as if declaring war, with a hint of uncertainty, like that time you double-booked brunch. The girl with emerald hair glares, annoyed yet intrigued. Meanwhile, the guy with the mischievous grin taps his finger to his lips like he just discovered the secret to life. Classic. Her half-lidded gaze says it all. Another day, another stale rule. Under Rule 1, because who doesn't love a good guideline that's more paper than purpose? Can't wait for Rule 2. In a world where ghosts pay rent, the guy with the funky bow tie blunders through bureaucracy, mumbling about the Paranormal Activity Disposal Unit. Is there a spectral eviction notice involved? The girl with the wild green hair stares, eyes wide like a deer in headlights. Was that a bad choice? Meanwhile, the guy pauses, contemplating the dreaded why that looms large between them. The girl with the fiery green hair is practically vibrating with frustration, her finger wagging like an angry chopstick. Meanwhile, the guy's caught off guard, sporting a sheepish grin like a cat that just knocked over a vase. With exasperation brewing, she throws her hands up, eyes wide like saucers. I kept trying to tell you it was a big deal, but did anyone ever listen? Crickets. The guy with the wild hair stares wide-eyed, totally caught off guard by the girl's bombshell revelation. Yeah, he replies, realizing he's about to dive into a drama deeper than his last haircut. A boy with a hint of panic stands outside his school, oversized eyes wide as if he's discovered aliens instead of just late-night cramming. What's that? A UFO, he exclaims, humor tinged with dread. The girl with the wild green hair smirks, eyes sparkling with mischief. Nope, she declares, as if she's uncovered the universe's biggest secret. Spoiler alert, it's her snack stash. The shadowy figure with vibrant green hair contemplates the past. Groups like that? She smirks, rolling her eyes. Like bad fashion trends, they keep resurfacing, no matter the era. A trio of misfit ghostbusters huddle close, each convinced their method will banish the undead. The guy with the oversized fluffy beard looks like he's ready to start a seance. If only he can read the room. With a sly grin, the girl with the short bob waves a tattered parchment adorned with odd symbols, proclaiming, "Ghost hunters, beware. We've got the medium covered, just not for dancing." The girl with emerald hair leans back under the moonlight, arms crossed and eyes narrowed, delivering a chilling reminder. Humans need a serious upgrade if they wish to face us. Faced with chilling threats, the worried speaker shifts nervously, their heart racing. It's like trying to calm a cat in a room full of laser pointers. Utter chaos awaits. With a smirk, the girl with striking red eyes reveals her master plan, to savor his nervousness like a fine wine but with way more awkwardness. Meanwhile, he scratches his neck, caught off guard and totally flustered. Underneath the starlit sky, she whispers her struggle, the weight of unfulfilled expectations heavy on her shoulders. Can anyone really expect a superhero to keep saving the day without coffee breaks? With a hair-raising shock of green energy crackling around her, the girl with the wild hairstyle flashes a confident smirk. "I'll be back," she throws over her shoulder, like a superhero in a rush. The guy with the confused expression squints at the darkness, shoes crunching on gravel. Something's lurking. At this time of night, he mutters, unsure if it's mystery or just his imagination playing tricks. In the eerie silence of night, shadows stretch like they've forgotten their purpose. A blank canvas awaits, but the suspense gives the chill. What's lurking just beyond the darkness? The empty street echoes with desperation as they stare at the reflection in the phone screen, weighing every possible action. Time's ticking. Procrastination invited to leave the party. Under the neon glow of the city, a shadowy figure mutters about needing backup from another ghost. Who knew the afterlife had such a tight-knit community? Ghostly street teams are a thing. In the dim alley, a figure clad in shadow mulls over a plan. "If I get them on the job," they murmur, looking like a schemer plotting world domination, or just dinner. A shadowy figure whispers in the dark, uncertainty wrapping around them like a cloak. They'll take care of it, they say, but you can hear the doubt simmering beneath. In the shadowy alley, a horde of green, lizard-like creatures creeps forward, making the floor tiles look more like a makeshift dance floor for the scaly apocalypse. Who invited these guys to the party? A monstrous figure looms in the shadows, smiling wickedly as tiny creatures scuttle around. Who needs friends when you've got minions to drag nuisances to hell? He chuckles darkly. A sinister grin stretches across the puppet's face, as if it knows a secret too dark to share. Those oversized hands suggest that mischief might be just a puppet string away. A shadowy grin creeps across the face of the guy with the freakishly long tongue. Let's just say he's not winning any hygiene awards. Slurp! Eating spaghettis never looked so monstrous. The guy with the almost charming smile fumbles nervously with the crumpled note, his sweaty palms betraying his calm facade. Is this the moment, or just another chapter of awkwardness? The guy with the wild hair stands frozen, eyes wide and heart racing. So, he stammers, as if the universe itself is waiting for him to say something utterly profound or incredibly silly. The guy with the wild hair gasps, eyes wide like saucers. Apparently, he just uncovered a secret so shocking, even the popcorn at the movies is jealous. The guy with the messy hair covers his mouth, eyes wide in disbelief. It's the moment he's been waiting for, yet his brain seems to be hitting the panic button. A serpent's gaze pierces through the darkness, its menacing pink eye swirling with secrets. The one that's causing you these problems, it hisses, mischievously relishing in your peril. Good luck sleeping tonight. In the shadowy backdrop of night, a towering serpent looms menacingly over Seoa's shin, its glowing red eyes piercing through the darkness. Well, that's new. Who ordered the giant snake? She quips, barely holding her cool. The guy with the shadowy past stands firm, steely resolve in his eyes. I'll take care of her, he promises, yet deep down, he's just praying his phone doesn't die. In a world where love gets lethal, dating to survive is back with a bang, literally. This episode's all about figuring out if romance can flourish while dodging death traps. Love hurts, sometimes fatally. Looks like you've sent me a blank canvas. Did you lose your image, or are you just testing my powers of imagination? Either way, I'm ready when you are. In the quiet of night, the guy with the tousled hair stares blankly at his phone, lost between dreams and reality, one meme away from existential crisis or a good laugh. In the dimly lit room, the guy with the perpetually messy hair sits on the edge of his bed, phone in hand, pondering life decisions that just might break the internet or his heart. With a mischievous grin, she clung to him in the faded photo, her wild hair framing a moment of carefree joy, while his expression danced between annoyance and fondness. Classic. The guy with the messy hair sits in the dim light, shadows dancing across his face as he reads the devastating news. Who knew bad headlines could hit harder than an ex's text? The guy with the brooding gaze strolls alongside the girl who's pretending not to be slightly terrified. A silent tension hangs like an awkward cloud. Can they ever clear the air? As shadows loom, whispered words hang in the air, a curtain pulled on dreams. Are they really over? The girl's eyes spark with defiance. Who knew doom could look so hopeful? The guy, with the stormy blue eyes, silently battles his thoughts, searching for an answer in the shadows. It's like trying to find a lost sock in a black hole, frustrating and futile. A voice drips with unresolved tension, lingering in the air like a stubborn smell. The promise of confrontation hangs heavy, making you wonder who should be doing the running. Looks like the universe just served up a blank canvas. Imagine all the dramatic, emotional backstories hiding in here, like a sad song stuck on repeat. Let's fill it up.